Yes, I have my email. I completed 108 hours of community service. Mrs. Abraham just sent me the email this morning. I can send that over to you today while I'm at work. I have some downtime at work, and I also have, let's see, I have $45 I can make a payment on my fines today, but that's going to have to be when I get to work as well and have some downtime at work. I can do that over the phone if I can do it through credit card, but I have completed my community service, which was my goal.
Okay, well, send it in, and we'll, you have to email where it needs to be sent?
I can look it up on Google. You don't have to worry about it. I've seen it before. If it's online, I can look it up.
Okay. Mr. Cooper says you've sent it before. Okay, get it in here, get it done. You still have fines, you're gonna still have fines to pay. You can work those. If you wanna work extra community service, it'll go toward your fine.
Is there an option that I could work more community service to help with my fines? Because I mean, I owe quite a bit of money, and it's you know, pretty difficult to get those paid and save for, you know, other things. Obviously, as you know, I'm trying to rebuild my life after treatment years ago, so I'm trying to save. So if there's an option for me to do community service, I would be more than happy to work off some of that money, if that's an option, sir.
Yes, you can get $50 a day credit for every extra day you do.
Can you repeat that? I'm sorry. I get what now?
$50 a day credit for every extra day you do, over and above what you're ordered to do.
$50 a day, or $50 every extra day I do?
Yes, ma'am.
Your Honor, if I may, every 6 hour day she does.
Yeah.
Because sometimes they send it and it's only an hour or 2 hours on there.
Yeah, for every 6 hours you get it, $50. Okay, I'm gonna set your next hearing for April 21st.
Every 6 hours is $50. April 1st at 9 a.m.
April 21st.
April 21st, sir. Gotcha. Okay. All right, I will be here. Thank you so much for that. I appreciate it.
Teresa Bowman, 202688. She hasn't done anything on her case and she hasn't appeared. So this is one, I was looking at this before. She was given a 3-year license suspension reduced to 180 days. So I want to enforce the full 3 years if we send that into the DUV. But she hasn't done anything and hasn't appeared.
An order on your own.
Okay.
So just get new.
Actually, the initial order says 3 years, it'll only be reduced if she, so I mean, there's already something in place, but if we need to do
Okay,
something
I'll check
else.
with Larissa
Okay,
and see if we need anything.
I'll make a note on here. So there'll be a bench warrant for failure to appear. And the 3-year license suspension. Taylor Bryan, 2112 and 23112. Is that RRS? She had a bad spring. So apparently she's still been coming to the appointment.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, well, let her know. I'll give her 7 days to come in before warrant issues. Ty Grantham, 231258.
This is my community service.
All right, I do have a letter from veterans, and you paid your fine.
Your Honor, he has turned in community service. Looks like 19 hours. I would have to verify this.
Okay, if that checks out, then you'll be finished.
Did you need the letter from the veteran?
An update, I've got one from December, if you have a newer one.
I think that's the December one, it's the same one.
Yeah, I've already got it.
It's the same one.
Yeah, same one. So, Mr. Cooper, you can give this one back to me. I have it. Okay, as long as your community service
Thank you.
checks out, you'll be completed. So just check back with Mr. Cooper, Mr. Major, to make sure you got credit for it, but otherwise, you'll be completed. I'll go ahead and set a date, April 21st, but if it does check out, you'll be completed.
So if it checks out, I won't have to come back the 21st?
Correct.
All right,
That's correct.
thank you, sir.
Dan Hall, 21103, 21371, 220175. Okay, I looked at these before and I believe they are completed, so no warrant, deed marked completed. Mandy Joe Hall, 24116. And she's at Lawrence County Recovery. Is that a report?
I paid $105 this morning too online.
Okay. Got a full-time job now? And your report is good? Okay, very good. What's your work schedule? Does it vary or?
No, it's the same. I work evenings, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, then I'm off Thursday and Friday.
Okay, so Fridays are better.
Yeah.
April 25th is your next review, 9 o'clock.
Thank you.
Good job. James Helton, 23111. You have a report? He has been in RRS. He's not compliant there. It looks like he's got an appointment coming up. If he does show up, please let him know he's got 7 days to appear for a warrant for issue. Regina Hudson, 231382, 23581. Your community service is done. So fines to pay and...
I do have a payment today,
Okay, how much are you paying today?
40.
What about the driver intervention program? Or you
I can't. Pardon me?
haven't done it yet?
Huh?
The driver intervention program, you're ordered to do the driver intervention program. The DIP school, people call it. Have you signed up for that?
Not yet.
Okay, well, that's got to be done, or the legislature says if you don't do it, I have to give you jail time.
Okay, I'm not catching. I'm not hearing it all.
Okay, I want you to go, Mr. Cooper will go with you, make sure you understand what it is you've got left to do.
I follow him.
Not yet, let me give you
Okay.
a date when you're going to come back. Do we want to write that down for Mr. Cooper?
Yes, sir.
Let's make it April 21st.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Mr. Shannon, about the DIP school.
Yes, sir.
Casey J. Jackson, James McClellan, Harold Moore, Damian Newcomb, Elena Pennington, John M. Piper, Denise K. Sexton, LaDonna A. Walker.
Casey Jackson, 22,510, 22,165. Okay. All right, he is compliant now? And he is at RS. So he does, since he's compliant, he doesn't have to appear. And he's in treatment. Set him for April 21st also. April 21st, 9 o'clock, and we'll communicate that to him.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. James McCall. 21,682. 18,1168, 16,3521. He's at Shawnee. He's compliant. Good screens. Okay, so reading between the lines, it sounds like he wants to go home, but I don't think that's what's being ordered yet. Is that correct, or what's recommended?
Yeah, that's correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Well, let's keep, you're doing good. Keep doing what you're doing. You eventually are going to go home and take care of all the stuff you got. You got a bunch of community service to do and fines and costs. But right now, the main thing is your sobriety. So we want to make sure that's you're successful there. I'm going to set you for April 14th.
All right.
Thank you, Your Honor.
On April 14th, 9 o'clock. We'll take a look at it then.
Thank you.
Harold Moore. $23,550, $23,1259. Okay, you've turned in some community service since last hearing. There's still 10
I got 10 hours. I had to get a paper from them because the Humane Society over there wouldn't let me do it without proof that I could do it out of state.
Okay.
So they gave that to me this morning. I made a payment Friday.
That's correct, Your Honor. He's on home confinement in West Virginia, and they need it.
Okay.
It'll be done within 2 weeks, and I'll have my wife drop it off. Can you set my hearing for a Monday? I work nights.
April 21st.
Thank you.
That's a Monday. April 21st, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Damian Newcomb, 24,874. Damian Newcomb. Okay. You still have a day of community service?
Yes, sir. I was going to do that sometime this week.
Okay. You have a payment on your fines?
Yes, sir. I was going to pay 20 on it today.
All right, see the clerk to make your payment. Get your community service done. Does it matter if your hearings are Mondays or Fridays?
No, sir. It don't matter.
The 28th of April.
Alrighty. Thank you, sir.
That's the last Monday of the month, April 28th, 9 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
Elena Pennington, 16,1593. She's at Lawrence County Recovery.
And I've also got the results of that urine screen that was sent off.
Okay, so there's been some issues about our medications that's still being worked on, it looks like. Okay?
Do you need this urine screen, sir? For the send-off for the last one that you done here?
Yes.
Okay.
Are you saying anything on your fines today?
I can pay on it tomorrow when I get paid. I only get paid every 2 weeks, so I can pay on it tomorrow. I'm gonna try to pay 40 at least.
Okay. Set your next hearing for April 14th. 9 o'clock, April 14th.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. John Scott Piper, 24216. Fines are paid, you've got to do your community service.
Yes, sir.
When can you get that done?
Mayor, if I may, I have a note that Mr. Viper was ordered on January 24th to have some community service done for the next hearing. He has not been here or showed up.
What do you say about that?
I did.
Yeah, no.
The last time he said the same, just told me that I needed to get them done. I've got 30 hours.
Okay, let's give me a commitment for a date when you're going to be here for certain. Today's the 10th.
I
Within the
mean,
next week.
sometime this week, I guess. I don't know. My life's chaotic right now. I'm going through a lot of mental health issues, and I'm trying to get those.
Where are you living?
I live in Huntington.
Okay, well, that's not that far away. Where in Huntington? What's the address?
831 Washington Avenue.
Okay. Well, you should be able to get here. That's the same address that you had at the time this occurred, right? You haven't moved then?
No.
Okay, do you have, are you working or anything, or?
I do photography, and I do like Uber sometimes, and they let me know.
Well,
That's
let's
about
get
all.
a commitment, tomorrow or Saturday? Which one? That's the 11th or the 15th?
I guess tomorrow.
Okay, be out here tomorrow at 7:30 a.m. Get one of your days done. You'll have still 4 more days to do. I'll set your next review hearing for April 21st. 9 o'clock. So we got that on the record, we will be here tomorrow. Denise Sexton. Denise Sexton is not appeared today. I've got the report that makes me believe she has relapsed. So I was going to have her screened when she came today. She's not here. So it would be a benchmark for failure here. LaDonna Walker. Community service done. And extra toward your fine.
Yes, I'm going to start doing more community service days.
Okay. You get extra credit, that goes 6 hours, you get $50 credit. You have to do the 3-day school now too, what I talked with the other person driving.
Oh, I didn't know that.
It's in your judgment entry. You
Okay.
have to go to the driver intervention program.
Okay.
It's mandatory. You either have to do that or go to jail, and I assume you'd rather do that than go to jail.
Correct.
That's what the legislature says, so. Yeah, if you look at the second paragraph of your judgment entry, it says you have to do successfully complete a 72-hour live group program.
Okay.
So that's the driver intervention program. There's one here in Lawrence County, there's one in Scioto County, and the big counties probably have multiple ones. Where do you live, ma'am?
I live in Huntington.
Okay. And you're gonna need it to get your West Virginia license back. They're gonna require it, so you need to get it done.
Okay.
I'll set your next hearing for, are you working
I am,
Mondays or Fridays for your review?
I'll do a Monday.
Okay, April 28th. April 28th, 9 o'clock is your next hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome. Okay, that finishes the reviews. We're going to start, you're free to go. We're starting the arraignments now, which are new cases. When your name's called, come up to the table to your right. Anybody out in the lobby that has an arraignment needs to come in to the court now. When you're, as I said, when you're called, come up to the table to the right, just like the last folks did. Stand there. I'm going to go over the charges with you. The charges are decided by the prosecutor, not by me, so they may not be true. But you need to understand what the charges are, so that's why I'm telling you. I'll tell you what the possible penalties are. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You need to understand anything you do say is on the record, so everything we're saying here is being recorded. If you admit something about your case, it's on the record. The state can use it against you. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to have bail, to make the state prove any charge beyond a reasonable doubt. So if you enter a guilty or no contest plea, you're waiving those rights I just told you about. You should not waive your rights if you don't understand the proceedings. You're confused, if you don't know what to do, if you want a lawyer, if you want a trial, any of those reasons, you should enter a not guilty plea. Not guilty preserves your rights. You can change it later after you know more about what's happening. But don't enter a guilty or no contest plea to get it over with. Not a good reason to enter one of those pleas. Call the first case.
State of Ohio versus Joseph Barber, case number CRB 2585.
So are you Joseph Barber?
Yes, sir.
Have you received a copy of the charge?
I did, but I lost it.
Okay, well, you can get another copy from the clerk if you want. The state's alleging that on January 31st, 2025, in Union Township, you knowingly caused Robin Fout to believe you would cause physical harm to Robin's person or to the property of Robin Fout. That's a menacing charge. It's a 4th degree misdemeanor. Carries a maximum penalty of 30 days in jail, $250 fine.
He just took me to court for that, and they dismissed it.
Well, it's back here, so I don't know. I'll take that as a not guilty plea.
No, not
You
guilty.
want a lawyer appointed to represent you?
Yes, sir.
Do you have a job?
What is it?
Do you have a job?
No, sir.
You don't have any income coming in?
I do spot auto body on the side, like small jobs and stuff.
What do you make an average week?
500 or so.
You have kids you're supporting?
3.
Yeah, you're eligible for a court-appointed attorney. You'll have to fill out an affidavit verifying your income. I'll appoint Mr. Stratton. I'm entering a not guilty plea for you.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Stratton just came in the courtroom. This is Joseph Barber. He has a menacing, M4 menacing charge.
Okay.
We'll let him sign a $1,000 signature bond. Is Robin Fout here today?
No, sir.
Any problem with you staying away from Robin Fout?
Not at all. We've waved at each other.
Okay, just stay away. I'll go around. I'm ordering a protection order. This is Joseph Barber.
He's got other cases here today also, Your Honor.
Okay, so you have a lawyer on your other case?
No, they just dismissed it.
Okay. All right, stick around. Yeah, apparently Mr. Gill said there's some other matters.
Is this you here that's listed with Mr. Morford?
Okay. Well,
It's the same as every department.
let's change it up and let's appoint Mr. Warford.
Okay.
Since he's representing on another matter.
All right. Do you want to go ahead and sign this, Sean?
I'm entering not guilty plea before he can sign a bond. I'm sure Mr. Warford's not here yet, so you'll need to talk to him when he gets here. And don't leave the courthouse because you have another trial.
Just have a seat. Okay. Is there? All right. Just have a seat.
State of Ohio versus Charlie Atkins, case number CRB 2588, A, B, C, and D.
Sir, are you Charlie Atkins? Are you Charlie Atkins?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Atkins, I'm going to read the charges to you. 88A alleges that on January 29, 2025, in Windsor Township, you knowingly, who were the custodian or caretaker of a companion animal, recklessly deprived the animal of necessary sustenance or confined the animal without supplying it with food and water, or committed an act of cruelty against the animal. So that's a first degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. 88B is a second count of the same thing, alleged the same day, also on January 29th, cruelty to animals. 88C alleges January 29th, same day, that you were the owner of a dog, cat, or domestic animal that you abandoned. So that's abandoning animal. It's a second degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 90 days in jail, $750 fine. 88D is a second count of the same thing as abandoning an animal. Do you understand the charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you understand the rights you have as a defendant?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to these charges?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, sir, if you can.
Do you have a job?
I work as a handyman. It's hit and miss this time of year, Your Honor.
How much do you make in a week or a month, however you can tell me?
300 max a week right now, if I'm lucky.
Okay, if you're eligible for court-appointed employer, and I'll appoint Mr. Stratton. He's still in the courtroom.
Yep. Right here.
Not guilty plea is in here for Mr. Atkins.
Not guilty.
He can sign $1,000 signature bond.
Not guilty.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I've entered it on
Sign right
guilty
there.
plea. So for pre-trials,
Okay.
the 24th is a good date. Other than that, we're probably into April. 24th is a Monday.
Yeah, that's a bad day, Your Honor.
Okay, I'll go into April.
Yes. I'm sorry.
Are you wanting to keep it on Friday?
No, just.
Okay. 7th is okay. That's a Monday.
Yep, that'll work.
April 7th. April 7th. Be the next hearing, be a pre-trial at 10 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Step outside and talk.
State of Ohio recalls Joseph Barber, case number CRB 2585. Your Honor, this is not the same Joseph Barber.
Is it me or not?
Two different
Two
sections.
different.
Okay, so we'll need to appoint Mr. Rivers not here. Okay, I'll appoint Roger Smith. This is Joseph Barber. He has a menacing charge.
Yes, sir.
entering a not guilty plea. We had originally thought it was we have a Joseph Barber on the docket, but it's a different Joseph Barber that Mr. Morgan's representing, so. We need to set a pretrial. This is a 4th degree misdemeanor, so it has to be set pretty quick unless there's a time waiver.
Judge, I'm assuming he'll be out on bond, so there's no urgency on my end. I would waive time. I'm here in March availability is 24th or 31st.
24th is good.
Does that work? Okay.
March 24th is the next hearing. The defendant waives time. Will be a pretrial then at 10 o'clock.
Municipal versus Pasha and Atkins, case number CRB 2587, A and B.
Ma'am, are you Tasha Atkins?
Yes, Your Honor.
I'm sorry.
Yes, Your Honor.
Case number is 87 A, B, C, and D. Did you receive copies of the charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, looks like it's a companion to the other, it's the same charges.
Yes, Your
as
Honor.
the previous gentleman. 87 A and B are both charges that on January 29th in Windsor Township, there was cruelty to a companion animal, 2 counts. I don't know if that's 2 separate animals, but that's what's been charged, 87A and B. Both are first-degree misdemeanors. Maximum penalty, 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. 87C and D are 2 counts of abandoning an animal, same day, January 29th, also in Windsor Township. Those are second-degree misdemeanors. Maximum penalty is 90 days in jail, $750 fine. Do you understand these charges?
Yes, Your Honor.
How do you plead to the charges?
Not guilty.
Do you want a lawyer appointed?
Yes, please.
Are you working?
Yes.
What do you do?
I work at Dollar General.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yes.
How much per hour?
$11.20.
Do you have any family you're supporting?
6 kids.
Yeah, you're eligible for a court-appointed lawyer, and I'll appoint Mr. Steyer. And a not guilty plea for you is Mr. Steyer.
Hi.
And when did I set that for March 24th?
April the 7th for Charlie Atkins.
Oh, April 7th.
Take a look.
April 7th, want to try to keep it as a...
Let me look at my calendar, but I think I am.
Same day for the end.
I have a jury trial April 7th.
That was Mr. Smith, wasn't it?
That's right. Well, Charlie Atkins is Stratton.
Okay. Let's get Mr. Stratton in the courtroom and then try to coordinate our calendars to get a date when everybody can be here at the same time. Need Mr. Stratton in the courtroom.
Right. I think that case actually is probably going to go out, so if we want to put it on the 7th,
Okay.
good chance I'll be available.
All right.
I can't tell you 100%, but I'm about 85, 90% I'll be available.
I'll take that. April 7th will be, the next hearing will be a pre-trial at 10 o'clock. She can sign, excuse me, $1,000 signature bond.
Sign your name right here, that X.
Okay. We're going to keep it.
We're going to keep it.
He thinks he can make it.
All right,
Co-defendant with your charge.
Yeah.
May I bring this forward?
Yes. April 7th, 10 o'clock will be the next hearing.
Nice talking to you.
State of Ohio versus Kayla King, case number CRD 24382.
Kayla King.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. King, it looks like you alleged that you had a review hearing back in October 15th. That was on a theft conviction.
That is correct, Your Honor.
Okay. Do you have an explanation for this?
I am stranded down in Huntington. I'm homeless. I live at the emergency shelter down there. So I have no means of transportation. I recently got in contact with my friend. That's how I got here today.
Are you at the city mission or where are you?
It's just an emergency shelter place. It's like a chapel, pretty much. It's called like the cold weather shelter. It's just for emergencies only.
Is it at the city mission or is it something?
It's part of the city mission, yes.
Okay.
It's not actually the city mission, but it's part of it. You have to stay there until they have a bed available. But I do have means of transportation now. My friend, she's willing to bring me here on Mondays. I can also make a payment on my ticket today as well. I have.
You had Harmony Ridge at one time?
Yes.
What
Yes.
happened with that?
I would transfer from the Harmony Ridge to the OVP. I actually graduated from the OVP, and I completed the My Hope for Tomorrow as well.
Okay. Yeah, I have a report from OVP when you were there, but that was back in the summer, last summer, right?
I can't really remember when it was, Your Honor.
That's when I got the report. I had ordered you to complete, did you complete the Harmony Ridge program or?
No, I completed the My Hope for Tomorrow in Point Pleasant.
Okay, I'm going to order you to do a urine screen today. Let's see what's going on right there.
Okay.
So go do that and then we'll come back and I'll decide what we should do next after we get the results.
State of Ohio versus Richard Tillman, case number TRD 20-1703 A and B, CRB 16-829.
All right, Mr. Tillman, this is an old case. It looks like the last hearing that was scheduled for you was back in September of 2021, September 30, 2021. You missed that hearing, you got a warrant outstanding. Since then, and it looks like, well, apparently you got arrested on the warrant, right? So that's what brought us. I was like, what brought you in? Looks like you got arrested on the warrant. Did you post a bond then?
Yep.
Okay. Yes. We got
Yes,
the
sir.
bond in the file. Your fine on 20-1703 is paid. And on 16-829, your fine's paid. You owe 7 hours of community service. That's all that's left.
Okay.
7 hours of community service. So what I'm going to do, I'll just give you another hearing date, a month out. If you can get 7 hours of community service done, then your case will be completed.
Okay.
So can you do that?
Yep. Yes.
Okay. You can do it here at the court any morning at 7:30. We're going to have some nice ones coming up this week. It's going to be nice. It's not going to be 20. I'll set you for April 25th. If you get everything done by then, you're going to come out.
Okay.
And that's going to be a sentencing hearing.
Okay.
So that's going to be at 10 o'clock.
But if I get it all done, I don't have to come back.
Correct.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Casey Lynn Blevins, case number CRB 24-488 A and B, CRA 24-487. With Mr. Roger Smith.
Okay, yeah, we need Mr. Smith in the courtroom, Roger Smith. This had been set last Monday, I think.
Okay, because I didn't have a flat, makes sense, okay.
She's been at OVP.
Yes, Your Honor, she is complying with outpatient services. She just missed her hearing last week, and we got a hold of her and got her in here, so.
Okay. Any explanation for missing?
I moved last weekend, and I honestly just forgot.
Okay. This is on the docket as a preliminary hearing. How do you want to keep, she's not finished with treatment or what?
Not yet.
Okay.
I
So
prefer just-
continue to monitor.
Thank you, Judge, yes.
Looking then mid to late April, what's your schedule?
I'm here the 21st or the 25th of April.
Let's do the 25th. April 25th will be the next hearing, preliminary hearing at 10 o'clock. Cancel any more.
Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Dusty A. Lawson, case number CRB 21244.
This is Mr. Steyer's case.
Is that your money, Your Honor?
Yes, this is your client, Dusty Lawson. It's an old case though.
Okay, I wasn't aware that was on the
She
docket.
missed
So
a hearing back in 2021, and she's here today, so I'm sure you don't have a file.
I don't have a file with me.
It's filed, and when you're ready to discuss it, let the bailiff know, and we'll recall it.
Thank you. Just wait out there for me. I was talking to somebody else. I'm going to turn it off.
State of Ohio versus Thomas M. Burton III, case number CRB 22352, CRB 2566 A and B.
You're Thomas Burton?
Yes, sir.
It's alleged you missed a review hearing August the 16th. That was on two cases, 22-352, 2566, and from the record, looks like you got arrested and had to post a bond to secure your appearance today.
Yes, sir.
Do you have an explanation for missing your hearings?
I live up in Cleveland, Ohio, so it's a while away, and I haven't heard anything about no court dates. I've tried to contact this place and never got no answers to none of my. I actually got some answers today when I came in, but when I called, I didn't get no answers.
Well, that's funny. I call here all the time, and somebody always answers the phone when I call.
Well, I might not have been calling the wrong number.
Here's the other thing you can do. You have access to a smartphone or a computer?
I do.
The court has a website. If you go to the website, there's a tab that says record search. Punch it, you put the name in, your name, your cases will come up, but it'll show you what the status of your case is. It will show you had a warrant for not appearing.
Okay.
So there's really no excuse. I mean,
Yes, sir.
I don't know what you mean by you call and you didn't get any answers. So there's people here at the court every day from 8:30 to 4.
Yes, sir.
You've got, you haven't done anything on your cases. You had two cases and you've done absolutely nothing.
What do I need to do on them?
Well, you've got, on 22-352, it looks like you got a total of $305 due and 5 days cash service. And then on 2566, you had 30 hours community service. And it looks like that's court costs. I don't see that there was any fines assessed on that. But at this point, I'm going to commend you into custody because this has gone on for 3 years and you haven't done anything.
I just posted the bond for it.
Yeah, well, I'm revoking it for now. I'm putting you back in custody. I get to do that. You haven't done a darn thing in 3 years.
That's why I'm here to get it figured out.
Yeah, well, we're gonna figure it out later while I'm sitting in the jail cell.
Felony, that's not even jury, and you no longer do that.
Okay, is it?
As I understood it, he was confused and thought that the case was here with that. I just want that part.
Okay, well, we'll need to figure that out too, see if you guys got it. They have a felony too. Okay, I'll deal with him later.
State of Ohio versus Amber Phillips, case number CRA 24496, A and B.
Okay. One of you is Amber Phillips.
She's Amber, I'm her sister-in-law.
Okay, well, you need to go have a seat unless you're a lawyer. If you're a lawyer, you shouldn't be dressed like that. Appearing in court. You don't get to stand up with her unless you're a lawyer.
I apologize, she's just the old.
Okay, you were supposed to be here a week ago for a review hearing. It's alleged that you didn't show up. Is that right?
Yeah, but she
You
called.
have an explanation for not showing up.
Yeah, she called and talked to Major. I was diagnosed with COVID and flu A.
Okay, I think I remember that.
Yeah, so I still am, I'm in Cowboy Hospital right now. Actually, I believe AMA to come here. I have a blood infection from my right arm that's going to get infected.
Okay, well, I've got a letter from Hometown Recovery where you were supposed to go for counseling and treatment. And from what I see there, I think you need to do emergency today.
Well, I graduated from them.
That's
And
not what this is.
I graduated the 7th from their program.
I'm ordering you to do a urine screen today. I want to see what the status of what's in your system right now.
Okay, that's
So
fine.
go with Mr. Cooper, we'll get the urine screen, then I'll have you back, and I'll figure out what we're gonna do after that.
State of Ohio recalls Kayla King, case number CRB 24382.
Do you have a prescription?
For the Suboxone?
No, for amphetamines.
No, I do not.
Okay, and you need a place to stay, right? And you need, looks like some more treatment.
I mean, I don't have anywhere I can go right now besides the
Well,
mission.
I got a place for you to go. It's nice and clean, and they're gonna feed you, and they're gonna counsel you, and get you clean. So that's what we need to do, right?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you're on board with that?
Yes, sir.
All right, Taylor?
She's doing yours.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna order you inpatient at Bethesda, and they're really nice people. It's faith-based. Are you okay with that?
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay. It's a really good program, faith-based. They'll help you. They'll take care of you, give you a good place, a safe place to sleep at night, and food to eat, and counseling. Does that all sound good?
Sounds good, Your Honor.
And then if you complete their program, they'll even help you get a job, transition into a different, what they call sober living, where you're not just kicked out on the street, you got to fend for yourself. They'll help you, transition to where you can eventually start doing this stuff for yourself, get a job, get an apartment. You have kids?
I do, Your Honor. I
Where
have
are
two.
they?
They're with their father.
In West Virginia?
Yes, Your Honor. He has full custody of them.
Did you lose your rights?
No, I still have my parental rights.
Do you have cases going on involving them?
Not as far as I know of, no, Your Honor.
Do you have visitation?
Not right now, no.
How old are they?
My son is 5 and my daughter just turned 3.
Little kids. And, okay. Is that in Cabell County or what county?
It's in Cabell County, Your Honor.
Is that where you're from originally?
I'm originally from way out Wayne, but you might as well say I'm from
Okay.
Cabell because I've lived there for about 8 years now, so.
Okay, but your case is involving your kids in Cabell, not in Wayne?
It was in Cabell, yes, Your Honor.
Okay. And you're sure they haven't terminated your rights?
I'm sure of that, Your Honor. We went to court and he just has custody of them right now. As far as I know, that's all that's going on for now.
Okay. Well, do you want to be a mother of these kids?
Yes, Your Honor.
They need you. But they need you to be clean.
I understand that.
Well, this is like a golden opportunity for you. You can get clean. You getting clean has got to be number one, though, because I'll get people, I'll put them in treatment. I need to go see my kids. Well, you haven't been making your kids a priority up till now. Now the priority's got to be number one, get clean. And then we'll take care of the kids down the road. You can't be a mom to your kids as long as you're dirty.
I understand that, Your Honor.
Okay? So let's get you clean, and then that'll be part of the process too, is getting you back in with your kids, start with visitation. You'll probably have to go to court over in West Virginia, but the main thing they're gonna be looking at is, are you clean?
That's correct, Your Honor.
You understand that?
Yes.
Because we know, and the court over there is gonna know, if you're dirty and going around your kids and they're living with you and you're dirty or you're exposing them, the chances of your kids using
Are greater.
goes up. You don't want that, do you?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Okay, so this can be really good for you, but you gotta want it, and you gotta take care of it, and you may have to terminate some of those ties. I don't know any of your history, I just know from other people. There's gonna be some people in your life you're gonna have to get rid of, the people that are used. Even if you think they're your friends.
I know
They're pulling
that.
you down and want you to use too, you gotta get rid of them.
Yes, sir.
Okay? All right, I'm ordering you to inpatient with Bethesda. And we'll come back, and what's gonna happen is you're gonna go there, they're gonna take care of you, feed you, counsel you, and you come back here periodically, and I'll get a report as to how you're doing.
Okay.
Well, let's make it April 4th as your next hearing. I'm just gonna make it a review. She admitted, so. I could give you the suspended jail time, but I don't want to. I would rather you get clean than go to jail, because putting you in jail won't make you get clean.
Thank you, Your Honor.
So, Taylor's out in the lobby right now. How did you get here today?
My friend, she brought me here.
Okay, you can just, you're free to go, leave her here. Taylor will take her to Bethesda. And you can, if you want contact information, you can talk to Taylor too. And we'll figure it out, but she's gonna be back here in court on April the 4th at 9 a.m.
I put it in my calendar already.
Okay. Mr. Cooper will make sure you go with him, he'll make sure you get introduced to Taylor.
Okay.
Your Honor, I'm ready for some pre-trials.
Okay, we're starting some pre-trial.
State of Ohio versus Tarika Patton. Pre-trial, case number CRD 18485. Tarika versus Patton.
This is Mr. Smith's case. She was at New Recovery,
Yes.
New Life Recovery.
I have not seen her this morning, Judge. I don't know why she's not here. Other than she was given this date at the last pretrial we had.
Okay, she was inpatient there. There's nobody here from New Life Recovery
She
either.
is still in treatment there. I did confirm that, and I let them know that she needed to get in here, so I can remind them that she needs to come in here. I'm not sure why she's not here, but I know she's there.
Oh, she's inpatient there?
Yes.
She had been at OVP, right?
She went to New Life after she left our program.
Okay, let's just set a new date then. You, Mr. Mint, you can pass that on to them.
Yes.
When are you here?
The 21st or 24th of this month, Judge.
Let's do the 24th.
I can do that.
All right, her next hearing is going to be March 24th.
Thank you, Your Honor. I'll reach out to her.
Thank you.
State of Ohio, Jonathan Estes, case number CRB 2549.
This is Tyler Smith's case set for pre-trial.
Yes, Your Honor, this is one that I had filed for discovery. I've just now received a DVD, so I'm going to have time to review it and discuss it with my client and see if we can have a short continuance, maybe a week or two.
Okay. Any of the upcoming Mondays are okay. Actually, the next two are better than the 31st, so the 17th or 24th. Which one?
Let's just do the 24th. That'll give me a lunch time.
Okay. 2 weeks from today, March 24th is the next hearing, 10 o'clock for pre-trial.
All right, thank you.
Your Honor, if I may.
Yes.
We haven't had contact with the victims despite our efforts, so I think it's appropriate under the circumstances to nolly with the right to refile if and when we locate them and they want to proceed.
No objection to that, Your Honor.
Okay, be nolly due to non-cooperation of the complaining party.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Dusty Lawson, case number CRB 21244 A and B.
This is Mr. Steyer's case.
Your Honor, I've spoken to Ms. Lawson. This is an older case. I took a look at the court's file, but there was discovery in this. I'd like to have a chance to go over the discovery and familiarize myself with things. And while Ms. Lawson has not appeared in some time, she did take it upon herself to get herself in here. Didn't get dragged in by the sheriff.
There's no bond or anything. She just came in on her own.
As far as I'm aware, no, she was never arrested. She just said she, realized this was out there, wanted to get it taken care of, and came in. So I didn't pay attention to what the bond was. It was an OR bond. If it was, I would ask that that be reinstated or continued, and we could set this for a hearing date sometime coming up. Let myself and Mr. Heald have time to reacquaint ourselves with the file. There was a co-defendant as well. My understanding is he's in the wind, but there may be information in that file that I could look at. Was it Matt Kitchen?
Yes.
Matt Kitchen was his name. I'm going to probably ask to have that file pulled and look at it and see if there's anything in that file that sheds light on this one. So at this time, I'm going to ask for a pretrial date to be set, Your Honor.
We can do next Monday or the Monday after, or both good days. Other than that, it's going to be April.
I'm set for a jury trial on the 24th, but the 17th I'm available.
Okay, we'll set it for March 17th for pre-trial, 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
10 o'clock.
Okay. Thank you, Your Honor.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Bruce Curry, case number CRB 25124.
This is Mr. Stratton's case, set as a pre-trial today.
Honor, we just ask this be reset, see how he does in treatment, and if he does well in treatment, prosecutor mentioned that he might dismiss his case.
Okay. All right, the initial report's good. So that's encouraging. Let's go into April. The 11th?
Yes, I will.
April 11th will be the next hearing. 10 o'clock for pre-trial.
Do you need anything else?
Nope, you're good to go.
State of Ohio versus Hotel Justice, case number TRC 242544 A and B.
Mr. Strack's case, pre-trial.
Negative, great.
I might have compromised my urinalysis when they picked me up because I drank out of the sink. You know, I didn't know. Might have picked up something off the sink because they didn't have any water for me to drink, and I wanted to take the test, so I drank a bunch of water out of the sink. I don't know if I compromised my blood test or whatever. It probably don't matter.
Yeah, that was it. So what we do is we'll take a plea on it, set sentencing off, and if you complete this, you will treat that as for the jail time. So okay. Your Honor, may we approach for a second? Oh,
yes,
I do. Your Honor, at this time, we'll plead guilty to the OVI and ask that you stay any jail time and allow him to go through treatment and complete what the court requires of him and maybe accept that in lieu of jail time.
All right, Mr. Justice, do you agree with your attorney?
Yes, sir.
Are you still living in Denton, or where do you live?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So are you gonna commute
Yes.
here for the treatment?
Yes.
The RRS? Okay. That's a little bit of a drive for you, isn't it?
Oh, not bad.
Okay. So do you have any statement you want to make to the court before I sentence you?
I'd just like to say that I wasn't intoxicated, but I appreciate all the consideration I got anyway.
Well, if you enter a guilty plea, you're saying I was. You're saying, I admit that what the state's alleging against me is true.
Right.
Which is, that's what they're alleging, that you were operating a vehicle intoxicated.
Your Honor, we've received the urine results back for this case, so.
And it's over.
Yeah.
It's for methamphetamine.
Okay.
May I ask what offense this is?
Second. So, do you still want to stick by that statement that you don't feel like you were intoxicated?
I'll go ahead and plead guilty.
You had methamphetamine in your system, apparently.
Yeah, I can't explain that. I don't know if I compromised my test when I was at the highway patrol by drinking out of the faucet of the sink or what, but I don't know exactly what happened.
Well, I don't know, you would know better than I, but one thing I can say from sitting here and observing and knowing the community is it's very common. Methamphetamine is out there in our community, and people get a hold of it even when they don't know they're getting a hold of it. If you take anything off the street, it could have meth, and I'm talking about somebody gives you something and says, well, here, take a hit of this. And you don't know what it is. It might have meth in it, it could have fentanyl in it.
Right. Right.
So.
And we spoke about that.
Yeah.
And I want to make sure you understand, and there was a crash here. Is there more, looks like there was another vehicle involved?
There was, Your Honor.
But there was proof of insurance.
Yes.
Is there any issues on restitution or damages to the other people or their car?
I don't believe so, Your Honor. That hasn't been something that's been brought to my attention.
I'm pretty sure that I've reviewed that previously. Let me look at it again.
Okay.
His insurance took care of
You
it.
did turn it into your insurance company?
Yes.
Yes? Yes?
Yes.
Okay. Well, one thing that does concern me, and this is, you've had a prior, and now your first inclination is to tell me that you're not intoxicated when you have this. So one of the first steps that has to happen for there to be successful treatment is to acknowledge, I've got a problem that needs to be changed.
Yes.
So that bothers me a little bit that you're going into your treatment, not admitting that there was an issue here with being impaired. Let me read a little more of the record and see what, because oftentimes there's more stuff than that. I have a pretty lengthy crash report and haven't read all of it. Sounds like, from what the officer says, that you pulled out in front of another car. And your prior conviction was in Galplis Municipal Court. Look at the impaired driver report. The officer says that you smell of alcohol and then it sounds like you took a urine screen and there was evidence of methamphetamine too. So. All right, so let me explain to you what I'm about to do and what your obligations are. Since it's a second offense, under the law, if you just read the statute, it says, I gotta give you 10 days in jail, minimum. on a second offense. For what the state has agreed to do, I'm going to sentence you to where you can have at least that much, maybe more, but I'm not going to impose it now. I'm going to let you go to treatment, which you've already got lined up at RRS. What I want to see happen is to be convinced that you, one, acknowledge there's an issue, that you need to change it, and that it's not going to happen anymore in the future. Okay? And if I'm not convinced of that, then I'm going to still impose the jail time. So there needs to be some introspection, a little soul searching, and some changes made. And I need to get the feeling that you're doing this to make changes, not just to avoid going to jail.
Yes.
Are you working, sir? What's your history?
I'm retired.
From what?
I was a pipe fitter.
Okay. Are you from Benton? Originally,
I've been there about 30 years.
Okay, I'm going to impose an $800 fine. I'll order you to pay the court costs, but that's because it's a second offense, high fine. I'm going to give you a 3-year license suspension, but I'll reduce it to 1 year, which is the minimum if you're successful in treatment. So I'll get an opportunity to do that later. I'll sentence you to 30 days in jail, suspend 20, delay the imposition of the 10, which is the minimum mandatory under the statute. So whether I impose it or not, it's going to be up to how you do in treatment.
Okay.
So I'll get reports from them as to how you're doing. Make a good reports. I'll set your first review hearing. Let's make it April 28th. Not quite 2 months out. They're going to give me a report. You'll need to be here for it. It'll be at 9 a.m. And I'll get a report as to how you're doing in treatment. On the failure to yield, I'll impose a $20 fine. That was it. Okay, you'll need to see Mr. Major today before he leaves, and then be back here on the 28th of April.
Thank you. I'll go over visit Mr. Major over there. Okay.
State of Ohio versus Reese Frazier, case number CRB 2558.
All right, Mr. Frazier, do you have a lawyer today?
No, I ain't gonna be able to afford one.
Are you working, sir?
Yes, sir.
What do you do?
I work Steel Ventures.
I didn't understand what you said.
Steel Ventures?
Is that the name of the company?
Yes, sir.
Are you paid by the hour?
Yes, sir.
How much per hour?
11.
All right, Mr. Morford, I'll appoint you to represent Mr. Frazier. It's a theft from Walmart charge. He's got a bond up. We could come back. The next 2 Mondays are both good, the 17th and 24th. After that, it's probably April.
Judge, I'm here on the 17th and the 24th.
Okay, let's do the 24th, 2 weeks. March 24th will be the next hearing, be a pretrial at 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Travis L. Black, case number CRB 23743.
It's Mr. Morford's case. Mr. Black has been at Bethesda.
He's compliant with all services and is due to graduate here within the next month, I believe.
Okay. Come back in mid-April and conclude his case then. What works for you, Mr. Morgan? Mid-April?
I'm good pretty much through April, Your Honor.
April 14th then.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
Good job.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus James P. Gibson, case number CRB 2518, TRC 2533, A and B.
It's Mr. Morford's case, pretrial.
Maybe I'll set these files up.
All right, so we need to get the results. Let me see if we can get those out of here.
He's gonna have the case recorded. Can see if they got results back. Okay. I'll call her.
Yes, sir. Just got over
No, wait till he tells you to go. Mr. Hill asked the court to have it recalled. Yes, sir. And the judge says that, then I'll tell you. But hang stay here.
Yes, sir.
I see you have a nest. I'll take this file. I bet the files in here, but I'm not able to see. It's just. There's not much, it's too hard getting down there, there's not much files. Just leave
Did he come in?
Yes, sir.
And see the video?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
it there.
Judge, I believe the state's going to ask you to recall this to see if they can get results.
Okay.
We're checking into that.
All right, the case will be recalled after the check with the OSP for results.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio recalls Amber Billups, case number CRA 24496 A and B.
Your Honor, if I may, I had this recalled because we cannot find her anywhere. We actually took off when she was doing her thing.
All right, Amber Billups.
She's nowhere to be found.
Okay, issue a warrant for failure to appear and do the screening is ordered.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Brittany Eplin, case number CRB 23589 A and B.
It's Mr. Morford's case. Pre-trial review. She's amended briefs.
How are you doing? Yes?
That's not important.
Thank you, Judge.
That's not important.
They say you're doing something.
Sounds like there's been some issues. Are you still willing to work with her, or what's going on?
As of right now, I believe so. They're currently having the team meeting right now regarding all of our clientele, so I don't have any more information at this moment.
Yeah. Says you have trouble following the rules and you've been disrespectful to staff when there's disagreements about things, so.
I'm sorry, Your Honor.
Okay, if they let you stay, you're gonna have to do better.
Yes, sir.
So you probably need to come back pretty quick then. How about next week?
May I ask something?
Probably should, have you talked to your lawyer about it?
Judge, she's requesting to have her monitor opened up some so she can have passes.
Not yet. I mean, she just got a bad report, so come back with a good report, and maybe I'll consider it.
Yes, Your Honor.
See you in a week. 17th. March 17th.
You have a glowing report. Everything good. Thank you, Judge.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus William Earls, case number CRB 24788.
William Earls is Mr. Morford's case. Set for pre-trial.
right, I went down there to the jail this morning. They've got Wesley down there. Wesley. So I went down there to...
How are you?
I'm just waiting for... I mean, I've stayed in the house. I haven't gone anywhere or anything.
Judge, this is one that I filed NGRI and a suggestion of incompetency on.
Yes, is there any opposition to that?
No, but may we approach?
Yes. These evaluations we have today.
You have a special line item about that, but we need to pay for how that's funded. I don't know, obviously it comes from the budget.
Some people just have to go forward. The issue is, they have a family, they want to evaluate. They're not even that state, I don't know how to have them evaluate, some of them evaluate. The crazy thing is, how proof if it's a felony, the state pays for the evaluations if it's a felony, but they won't pay for it. Court has to pay. Totally. Yeah. They will kind of discourage. Maybe they apologize, they don't say that. Wait till it's fine. Mr. Cooper, would you come in, please? Mr. Cooper? Mr. Cooper, would you come in the courtroom, please?
Yes, I have. Yours came and then I think I brought a paper up here. I don't know if
Josh?
Yeah, he brought it to me. Okay. And
Are you willing to continue going there?
oh yeah. Yeah, it's, like I said, I just do the best I can. And
That's all anybody can ask you, sir.
okay.
Judge, he has been going to pass, and the case he is willing to continue to do so.
We're satisfied with that for the time being. I hope that Mr. Earls understands that he got to quit getting in trouble.
Okay.
And we'd like to have something from PATH that would verify what kind of treatment they're
I
giving
think
him.
I put his name on it.
Well, we have him stop and see Mr. Major sign a confidentiality waiver.
Okay. Okay.
No, wait. So I'll give you a date to come back.
Okay, how about the 31st? 3 weeks.
Judge, that's the second day of a trial in front of Judge Ballard for me.
At 24th?
I'm here.
March 24th.
I'll bring your report when it comes.
Okay.
And stop and see John Major before you leave here.
Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Sean Paul Burns Jr., case number CRB 25117. Sean Paul Burns Jr.
Supposed to be inpatient RRF. Mr. Morgan.
Sure.
Yes. All right, so he's been hospitalized for some issues, so I'll pass it today or continue it today to another day. Any idea how long we've been in there?
Since the 6th. So about 4 or 5 days now.
Let's try that 24th date, and Mr. Morford, you're already here.
Yes, Judge.
March 24th, at defendant's request, case is continued to.
We'd waive time too, Judge. Yes, sir.
State of Ohio versus Hunter E. Tooley, case number CRB 24-385 A and Z, CRB 24-329, CRB 24-292, CRB 23-147.
Hunter Tooley, Mr. Murphy's client, he's been at the council, so.
I'm doing good. How are you, sir? Thank you.
So is it being recommended at this time that the monitor be removed?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, so he's doing better.
Yes.
All right, good job, Mr. Tooley. I'm going to order your ankle monitor removed so you can be free to do other things off-site.
Case, Your Honor, that was a good one.
Now's your chance.
24-328. So, see Mr. Major, get it removed, come back. In April, we're still getting good reports. April 7th.
I'm here then, Judge.
April 7th will be the next hearing.
That thing. What date is that?
We're ready to go to Warrant County.
Okay, we have quite a few hearings to do by teleconference from the jail, so we're going to go there now for some hearings.
State of Ohio versus Michael S. Clay at Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 20-1023, CRB 18-796, CRB 18-251. And Charles Hutchison is on deck.
Mr. Steyer is the attorney for Clay.
I'm sorry, this individual, who's this?
It's an older case.
Oh, okay.
According to my notes, he missed a hearing June 9th, 23, three trials.
Okay, I wasn't aware this was on for today. I apologize, Your
He just
Honor.
got arrested on warrants.
Okay. What was the name again, Your Honor?
Michael S. Clay. Yeah, two cases that are pending, one case that was completed, but, well, he was sentenced, but he never did anything on his sentence. And two cases that are not resolved yet. That's 20-1023, 18-796. He was at Southern Hope, it looks like, at some point.
Your Honor, if I may, he's got a hold around the Colorado Mayor's School also.
What are the charges that are pending, Your Honor, if I may?
It looks like a domestic. And one of the domestics was the most recent charge, and then 1876 also was a domestic 24 variety.
Your Honor, I'll do anything to take care of this.
Does the state have its file?
No.
would that be something you could get today, or is it something you have to get in storage, you think?
I don't know. Clay,
Michael Clay,
What is the case number?
what's the case number, Your Honor?
20-10-23, 18-796, those are the pending cases.
18, I can't. I can try for the 20.
We probably can't get the 18 case today, but maybe get the 20.
Possibly.
Okay, we'll recall it.
Let's see if we can get something figured out today.
You want to look at the...
Yeah, I'll need to refresh myself, Your Honor.
We'll recall you, Mr. Clay.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Charles M. Hutchison, case number CRA 25-142, TRC 25-383, A, B, and C, CRB 21-584, TRC 19-2635. Your Honor, there's also a new charge here on this case.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's my understanding that there is a new charge.
Have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I was informed it was an F3 vehicular assault.
It relates to the OVI case, Your Honor.
Okay.
So we'd waive reading of that. I don't know if the state, I think the state's intention is to take that to the grand jury. I don't know if that disturbs what we were working on in terms of getting Mr. Hutchison into treatment. I think it may be a situation where we still want to try to get him into treatment. I would advise him that with a felony pending, it's even greater reason to get into treatment and do well, if the state will go along with that and doesn't ask for a bond that keeps that from happening.
So what we'd like to do, Your Honor, is have the court, I believe that the bond is already, it's either $7,500 or $10,000.
whatever.
So we would prefer that that bond remain at this time, and we can discuss when the case is set for preliminary hearing, how we want to proceed from there. One thing that we are intent upon doing is taking the case to the grand jury. So the question of whether we would want him to be able to go out and get into treatment prior to that or not is something we haven't decided yet.
Okay, so the OVI was on the docket for today. Is it charged as a felony or?
No, it's not charged as a felony, Your Honor.
This is a pretrial. So we'll need to set another pretrial and preliminary hearing on the,
When did he come into custody, Your Honor?
probably March 2nd. That's the date of the OVI.
They've got it listed as March 3rd, Your Honor.
Okay.
All right, looks like the 10 days are up on the 13th then, for the preliminary hearing if he's in custody.
Well, he's got a note holder on the OVI, so really wouldn't even make this thing to your injury directly.
That's a possibility as well. I think the OVI goes with it, though. Yeah, it's my understanding that the vehicular assault is alleged out of the OVI.
Are we coming back a week from today? Is that what was decided?
Well, how?
That's outside the 10 days,
Okay.
because he came into custody on the 2nd. Even for, the 10 days elapse on Thursday.
Even though we just filed the charge.
You've had him in custody, the fact that you waited to file the charge doesn't.
You can keep the OVI
change
here
that.
and then take it to the grand jury, not like to the grand jury later. He's got a bond he hasn't posted on the OVI.
Well, okay, then we'll have a preliminary hearing as soon as possible then, if that's what it takes.
Well, it doesn't necessarily. Again, if you offer something on bond, we might be able to work something out to give you more time.
If he were to get out at this point and go to treatment, we'd want a GPS monitor for sure.
I assume you wouldn't object to a GPS monitor if you were released on treatment, sir, or released to treatment, sir?
No.
Then, yeah, with that agreement, we would waive the time constraints to make this all happen.
And would you waive today to the grand jury?
if you want me to do that, I think it might be a little cleaner to get him where he's going so that we have that established before we waive. But if that's your preference, I'll do it that way. I think it might cause difficulties.
What kind of difficulty?
Well, because if he's not out where he's supposed to be and we've waived, and there's an issue, then we don't have to try a court with jurisdiction to hear it. Because it's not going to be in front of the common police court yet, it's not going to be in front of Judge Kaplan anymore.
I see.
So, I mean, I'm telling you, in principle, if we can get him out into a rehab, I'm going to obviously suggest that he waive his preliminary hearing to maintain that bond, but I'd like to be able to have that set up before we waive. And we'll waive the time constraints to make that happen.
All right.
And we can set it for Friday or Monday. I'm here both days. If the court's okay with those days, of course.
Monday would be better, the 17th.
I'm here. So we'll waive time constraints at this time to allow the preliminary hearing to take place on the 17th.
And in the meantime, we're looking at having a GPS monitor placed on Mr. Hudson.
Yeah.
And him to be evaluated.
Somebody that could take him that could talk to him about inpatient treatment. Hometown. So we're going to ask them that bond on both matters formally be set at an appropriate OR bond with release only to treatment on GPS monitoring.
Mr. Hill.
Yeah, I know when that be.
No, that's why I don't want to just move it on to the next court. We want to be able to make sure it's taken care of. It might be today, it might be next couple of days. We'll get it as quick as we can.
I'm sorry, I was addressing some things with our.
He's asking for an OR bond once he's able to be released to treatment with an ankle monitor.
With the ankle monitor
Yeah.
and a waiver to the grand jury, we would do that.
Well,
We're not going to do that until the
We're not-
17th.
Right.
okay. We're going to be back in the same boat then, which is that we're going to get here, we're going to do that. If there's an issue, we're not going to be able to get him placed.
Well, I'm anticipating that it'll happen before the 17th.
Well, he's saying he's not willing to do it before the 17th.
No, I didn't say that.
Well, you just said not until he waives.
Okay, sorry if I caused a misunderstanding.
Okay.
We're okay with you trying to get him into a place with an ankle monitor, and on the condition that when we come back on the
Yes.
17th, he's going to waive.
Yes. That's agreed.
All right, so Mr. Hudson, I have to have this talk with you because I don't know if you've ever had an ankle monitor before. Have you had one placed previously?
Yeah, I had one before.
Okay, so I may have already had this, I'll make it shorter, Reader's Digest version, I'm dating myself. Nobody's like, what's that mean? Condensed. If I put an ankle monitor on you and then you cut it off in order to avoid being detected as to where you're going to go to prison. I mean, just to say plain. When you are recaptured, you will go to prison. Everyone that's done that, they've made an example out of them for cutting the ankle monitor off. It is a straight trip to the prison, guaranteed, if you cut your ankle monitor off. You understand that?
Yeah.
Okay. No ifs, ands, or buts. So, you're going to go to treatment with an ankle monitor. You can't leave because if you leave, you got the ankle monitor on. They know exactly where you are. They can come pick you up. And the only way to escape that is to cut the ankle monitor off, which means then when they do get you back, which will be harder to find you, but when they do get you, you are going to go to prison for at least 3 years for cutting the ankle monitor off. So cutting the ankle monitor off is not, I'm going to say it's not an option because I have people that do it, but it's not a very good option. So the point is you got to stay in treatment.
I will.
And it would also, I would assume, whoever the judge is going to get your felony probably would mean that on the pending felony charge, you're probably not going to get treated very well either.
Right, I mean, we're going to the common pleas court on a felony, being in treatment and compliant is the best way to start that case out.
Understand.
Okay, so I'm going to reschedule everything for the 17th of March. He can get an OR bond, but not until he has an ankle monitor placed and is accepted as treatment. Do you need to, you're going to do an assessment of him? Or? Let's ask him that. How do you pay for medical service? We haven't even touched on that. Do you have a medical card?
I have Medicare, and,
Okay, well I don't think you guys can take Medicare, so anyone that can take Medicare here today? Well.
Is it are you getting Social Security disability?
yeah, I get Social Security disability. I get about $800 a month.
Okay, so that is Medicare. I think the Bluffs, there's only a few.
Yeah, we're gonna have to, it's gonna be a little more work to find someplace that can take you, but we'll figure it out.
Okay, so that's something that needs.
I'll contact the Bluffs.
And that new place, I think they take.
I think we went through this with them on a different case. I don't think they do take Medicare, but
Okay.
I'll try them as well if it's a
White
possibility.
House, I think.
Something like that.
I've got the contact for the local liaison, if you need it. Amy Reed is her name.
Thank you.
Okay, March 17th is your next hearing.
Yeah, thank you.
State of Ohio versus Samantha B. Pretty at the Lawrence County Jail, case number TRD 154186, and Jason Scott Tackett is on deck.
Phil, take a look at it.
Ma'am, are you Samantha Pretty?
Yes, sir.
Ms. Pretty, it's alleged on, this is an old case, November 7th, 2015, 12:58 a.m. in Union Township. You were driving a vehicle with a suspended license. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand this charge?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to say anything. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one, to be considered for bail, and to make the state prove this charge beyond a reasonable doubt. Do you understand those things?
Yes, sir.
How do you plead to this driving under suspension charge? How do you plead to it?
It was me, I'm guilty.
Okay, that means you're admitting it's true. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir. Honestly, when I was released from prison in 2019 from West Virginia, this never came up, so I wasn't aware of it, because when you get off parole in West Virginia, all your charges has to come out, and so in 2019 it hadn't come forth yet, so I was unaware that I had this charge, and I do apologize.
Well, what happened, see, this is a misdemeanor in Ohio, so the mistake you made, somehow you wandered into Ohio.
Yes, sir, I was, yes.
Because misdemeanor warrants don't cross state lines. So they wouldn't have checked for a misdemeanor in Ohio when you got out of West Virginia prison.
Oh, okay, I understand. I apologize, sir.
So how did you get picked up? You must have came into Ohio and got stopped by a police agency.
Yes.
For traffic, or what, do you have other charges?
It was a traffic charge. It was traffic. It was I got pulled over for a faulty grease hitch with a license plate.
Okay. Have you already been to court on that?
Yes, sir. They allowed me due to my medical conditions.
Are you still living in Huntington? Where are you living now?
In Huntington.
How long have you been in jail?
Since Friday, last week.
Okay. So you got to spend the weekend in jail.
But I've been incarcerated since Friday last week.
Okay.
I got picked up in Noble County. That's where I got picked up for this charge.
Oh, it wasn't local, okay.
Yes.
It took you that long to get down?
Yes, sir.
Down here. Okay, anything you want to tell me about it? Is there a reason you didn't come to court back in 2015?
No, sir, like I said, I honestly, when I was released from prison in 2019, I never knew about it, and I didn't even know that I had this.
Well, you got the ticket on November 7th, you were supposed to come to court 2 days later, November the 9th at 9 a.m., you didn't show up.
I do apologize, sir.
So that, going to prison has nothing to do with you not showing up. I don't.
No, what I'm saying,
Unless you went to prison on the 8th, you got the ticket on the 7th.
No, sir, what I'm saying is that when I was released, if I would have been done this warrant, I would have turned myself in and taken care of it.
Well, I understand that. What I'm trying to get at is why didn't you come back when you got the ticket? That's what do you have an explanation for that? Why you didn't?
Honestly, sir, it was 10 years ago, and I'm aware, I'm saying I'm guilty, I did it. I'm sorry.
All right, I'll impose a $100 fine, court costs, not giving you as much fine since you spent some time in jail. I'll give you 7 days in jail, give you credit for 7 days you've served. Set a review hearing for September the 2nd, so I'm giving you all summer to pay it.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
You got a review hearing, it's September the 2nd at 9 a.m. So let me give you a clue. This is, again, a misdemeanor, and you're living in West Virginia. If you have no intention of complying with the court's order on a misdemeanor, you know what you need to do? Stay the heck out of Ohio. Never come to Ohio again. Just stay over in West Virginia, and it'll be fine.
Yes.
But if you wander across that border, it's open season on you.
I understand, sir.
Okay, so if you don't want to worry about that, if you got family or something you want to go to Ohio for, you better pay your ticket.
Yes, sir.
Okay, you'll get out of jail here once we get the paperwork process, unless you got, either Municipal didn't order you to jail time, did they?
No, sir.
Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Jason Scott Tackett, case number TRC 25353, A, B, and C, CRA 25129, CRB 25129, A and B. And Tony Walters is on deck.
This is Mr. Steiner's case.
Your Honor, RRS is able to take him as soon as he's fitted with a monitor. What we did last week was kind of what I was just talking about with Mr. Hutchison. We set it here to waive, but he hasn't been put on the monitor yet. So what I discussed with Mr. Heald as a way to assuage my concerns about the court losing jurisdiction, but also assuage his concerns about making sure that a waiver actually happens, and I would think the court would be willing to go along with that, is if we were to waive and you were to hold the waiver until we know he's where he needs to be, set another hearing, and at that hearing just be, okay, the case goes on. That may be a possibility, but if not, we can just go ahead and figure out what we want to do today.
Well, I don't think we've ever done it that way. We'll just, what I prefer to do is we can do the waiver and put it on the docket for Friday, just to make sure that he's not there anymore.
That takes care of the issue, I think, because as long as you have the waiver, well, in this case, there's misdemeanors that are not going.
Right.
So the court can retain jurisdiction here without a problem. We'll just do the waiver today and deal with the misdemeanors on Friday.
So you understand, Mr. Tackett, you're waiving the right to a preliminary hearing and agreeing that your case will go to the grand jury. In exchange for that, you're going to get released with an ankle monitor to go to treatment at RRS.
Yes.
Okay, and you're agreeable with that?
Yes.
Okay, well, let's put him on the docket for Friday just to make sure that all happens.
Right. And we have misdemeanors.
Okay, I've got a text.
Separate misdemeanors pending.
Saying he's got a holder from parole, adult parole authority.
Well, that's new. That wasn't there before.
And they can't put the.
Now that explains why the monitor's not on him.
So
yeah, that's what we're trying to work out. Now they're going to get that holder off of him.
So let's just put it on the docket for Friday.
Let's
anyway.
come back Friday. Yeah, then we can do this if parole lifts their holder, you'll go to treatment. If they don't, you'll still be there Friday. and we have misdemeanors that are not allied cases that are going on, that we're going to enter a plea on those. We'll just deal with those on Friday.
Okay, everything will be set for Friday enforcement.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Tony Walters, case number CRA 23-466, CRB 23-467, A and B, and Thomas Ward II is on deck.
This is on a warrant for failure to appear. It was set for a pretrial January the 10th of this year. And your lawyer's not here. He was here earlier, Mr. Smith.
Yeah, I'm okay, he's not there.
I can hear you. I was just checking to see if your lawyer was still here. He was here earlier, he's left now. He didn't know you were going to be in custody, apparently. Okay, it's alleged you didn't show up for a hearing, so you got any explanation for that?
Well, on my court date, I was stuck in Lincoln County, snowed in, and then after that, I forgot all about the court date.
Well, that's not a very good excuse.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear you.
I said that's not a very good excuse.
I couldn't walk out of Lincoln County. It was snowed in, I didn't have a way to get back home.
Can you post a bond now?
No, maybe that. I don't have no money now.
Okay. I'm going to set a bond for you of $2,000 cash or surety since you failed to appear. And I'll set your next hearing for the 17th. And we'll let Mr. Smith know that you're on the docket for them.
What does that mean? I stay in jail?
Unless you can post a bond to guarantee your appearance. And then if you don't show up, the bail bondsman's going to come snatch you up, take you to the jail.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Thomas W. Ward II, case number CRA 25-121, CRB 25-122, A and B, CRA 24-259, CRB 24-719, and Aaron Wenzel is on there.
Mr. Steyer's case, Thomas Ward.
Okay. So, well, he's not in here yet. Just I'll give him a minute to get in here before we start talking, I guess.
We got some hearings we can do here.
State of Ohio versus Joseph Barber, case number CRA 24679 A&B, CRB 24680.
What did you do with Mr. Ward on this?
Well,
He has to say nothing.
we're just waiting, so we go to do something else.
How are you? Doing better than I was. We both are then. Maybe not as bad as I should say. Got through the cancer diagnosis. I'm fat. I'm just doing blood work every 2 weeks now for 6 months.
Okay, here.
Yep. I'm sure that's okay. All good. My God, he's great. He's good to me. He said, I've done wrong with mine. What kind of work do you do, Mr. Barber? Construction worker. You need to see this today. I had to pick it, goes this morning, so that's good. That warranty down in Ironton, so I've been doing that. Everything's going good with that, so. Just trying to stay on the right track. And take care of my responsibility.
Judge, I think we ought to stay the course. He seems to be doing well. He's employed, self-employed, and has overcome some medical problems that were bothering him.
Okay. State's position.
Your Honor, I know that there's been discussion about 2 different Joseph Barbers, but we've got a case, it's 25 CRB 85, menacing.
That's the one I just arraigned the other Joseph Barber on this morning.
It's the other Joseph, okay.
Different spellings, Your Honor.
Social.
Okay.
Middle initial.
Okay. Well, then otherwise, if he's making progress in the treatment, we want him to continue.
Thanks.
April 28th?
Okay.
April 28th, last Monday in April.
Appreciate that. Thank you, Judge.
Good to hear, Your Honor.
Next hearing will be April 28th.
Yes, 28th.
In court, Mr. Barber.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, we have Mr. Ward now. Monitor, we need Mr. Steyer.
Thank you, sir.
I'm here, Your Honor.
This is another one we're looking at treatment, I believe.
Yes, the state reduced the charges, the felony charges that were pending to misdemeanors. Mr. Ward pled guilty to those. Agreed to recommended sentence was 180 days in jail. Credit for the time he has served and the balance suspended on the condition that he complete treatment with TCC, and that we were going to have him on an ankle monitor for that, I believe, which is why we waited till today, because we weren't going to get him fitted with a monitor on Friday.
And then that was put on record that the entry wasn't done, that made an improvement, but.
Okay, well,
still
then,
have felonies
right.
as the original.
Okay, in that case, then I think the state's moving to reduce the felonies to misdemeanors. And Mr. Ward is going to plead guilty to those misdemeanors. We're going to give him 180 days in jail as a global resolution to all of this, with credit for time served, the balance suspended, a requirement that he successfully complete TCC, which he will begin on an ankle monitor. That'll be taken off when the court is satisfied that it's time to take it off. Fines and community service will be at the court's discretion.
Your Honor, I remember now, there was an issue because this latest attempted theft of the vehicle involved some damage to the vehicle. And we haven't been able to locate and make contact with the victim to find out about restitution. So that's why I think maybe we didn't go through with it. What we'd like to do is have the court accept his pleas to the charges as they've been amended and
set sentencing.
And then have sentencing at a later date and let us find out about restitution.
That's fine, Your Honor.
Okay. So 24-259 is going to be amended to an M1 theft.
Yes.
And Mr. Ward, your lawyer's telling me that you want to plead guilty to that. Is that correct?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. I'm going to delay sentencing on that because there's a question of whether there were some damages, and I'm required now to make the sentencing order. If there's restitution, I have to do it at the same time I did the sentencing. I can't delay the determination of the restitution amount. So give the state a chance to try to get a hold of the party that owned the vehicle, 2005 Nissan, see if they're claiming damage to that vehicle, and we need to have a hearing about what those amounts should be. Now, in terms of older cases, I'll delay the sentencing a week. You think we can have it in a week, or you need more time?
Well, the reason we haven't been able to get a hold of them is because we got the phone number that was not correct. So at this point, I think we just have to issue a subpoena to hoping that the address is correct.
Want to make it 2 weeks in?
Probably better.
2 weeks is the 24th. I'm unavailable, but I am available the 21st, 28th, and 31st, all around that date.
Okay, let's see. Okay, 31st, you said sentencing for March 31st. There's another, and it's 24 case number, that's 24-259. That was the one reduced, okay, it's set for the
25-121, attempted theft of the motor vehicle.
24-719 is one.
Is that the latest?
That's a
attempted.
What's 24-719?
Aggravated menacing.
Aggravated menacing. Is he pleading to that also?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Mr. Ward, anything you want to say about the menacing charge involving Rachel Ellis?
I just apologize for my actions. Your video was just in the wrong state. Slipped up and said some things I should have said.
Is there a protection order requested on that?
Yes, Your Honor.
I think there's been a TPO in effect.
Okay. Part of this, then I'm going to order you to stay away from her, and if she wants that withdrawn, she'll have to come into court and ask for it to be withdrawn. Okay, so on that,
I don't.
there's no reason to delay on that. So I'll impose a $100 fine, court costs, 30 days in jail. How long have you been in now? When did you come in?
April 24. Not April, February 24, sorry.
So it's been two weeks.
Yes.
Okay, so credit for 14, suspend 16. Order to stay away from Rachel Wells. I'll say his first review here March 31st. Since he's going to be coming back to court then anyway. 25 case numbers. Twenty-five, 121, and 122.
He's up there.
So that'll be amended to a theft. Can we make that an M1 under the same statute?
What case number are you on?
25, 121. Charged as an attempted theft the way it is.
I think that may be the one where they were talking about needing restitution figure on. I think it was the newest case they were concerned on the restitution figure on. We would not object to that being reduced to theft specifically. I think that accomplishes our goal.
I think that just general theft is under that same statute.
Well, it's charged as an attempt, so you have to charge it, you have to reduce it to theft itself, which we're agreeable to.
But we need to figure out about the restitution.
Right, this is the one we're concerned about restitution on, so we'll set it for sentencing on 31st.
Amended to theft, misdemeanor variety, set sentencing for March 31st. Okay, anything else?
I think that covers everything we have.
That was resistant.
Plead to that and just roll it into the...
$100 fine, 30 days in jail, prep for 14, suspended 16.
Was that 2 years probation? I didn't hear that part.
The probation term wasn't mentioned.
Oh.
The term of probation on these, Your Honor.
2 years.
Thank you.
Thank you.
The B case just merged with that violation protection order.
Yeah, that's fine. So between now and the 17th, we'll be working on getting parole authority on board with.
That's not this case, that's...
Yeah, okay.
This is 3, did you say 331?
331.
Right. As long as he's fitted with a monitor, TCC can get him today.
Okay. All right, you'll need to.
I don't think there's anything else holding him. Right.
You want me to put that in an entry on all these cases? I haven't done that.
Yeah, he can only be released once he's fitted with an ankle monitor.
So what case do you want that on?
Whichever one's easiest for you to add. You pick.
Might be cleanest to put it on the 25 case since he's already been sentenced on the other two.
He's been sentenced on that. That was amended that said both of the felonies were put off with the sentencing.
So, right, just put it on one that's set for sentencing is probably better than the ones that he's been sentenced on, would be my only thought.
Could you give me that 25 case for moving around?
25, 121, and 122.
122. Okay, so you've been working on like 6 entries. Could you repeat what I'm pleading that, please?
For the ankle monitor?
Yes.
He can be released to counseling center with GPS for treatment.
And what was the bond on that?
2,000 or No more new cases, Mr. Ward.
Yes, Your Honor.
This was when the holders lifted from adult probation.
No, that was another case. He doesn't have a holder.
State of Ohio versus Aaron E. Wenzel at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 2427. And Craig Weissong is on deck.
This is Mr. Steyer's case.
This also wasn't on the docket, I don't believe, Your Honor.
This is another one. There was a failure to appear last summer, July 29th, for a pretrial warrant got issued.
Was there a roundup?
This was a case, my notes were, it was going to be dismissed if the costs were paid. Costs weren't paid, and the defendant didn't appear.
Would you have any way of coming up with those costs? Well, they'll be higher now, so there'll be a warrant fee added, but I don't know the amount off the top of my head. It would have been at least, would have been $120 prior, but it's gonna be higher now because of warrant fees.
I can pay it all in full Wednesday when I get paid.
How long have you been in custody?
Since yesterday, Saturday. I'm actually supposed to leave and go to Florida at 2 o'clock today. That's not looking too good right now. No pay for the plane ticket and everything, but
3/8 is his arrest date now.
but I did get.
So he's had two, okay, sir. He's had 2 days in, Your Honor. Since this is a matter that's to be dismissed upon payment of costs, something that, again, as I said, I think the costs are gonna be higher now than they would have been at that time. I think it might be appropriate to allow the 2 days to serve as his sentence for failing to appear, and then set it back fairly quickly. He says he can pay by Wednesday, then if he pays, he can get this case over with. That would be my proposal to the court.
To you. It's interesting that he can buy a ticket to Florida, but he can't pay his court costs.
Some things slip people's minds for the worst reasons. We want to see him pay the court costs. Is that the issue?
Well, that's all the issue of all this case is prior to the alleged failure to appear. But he's spent 2 days in jail at this point, which I think is not an unreasonable penalty for failure to appear on a case where he could have gotten rid of it if he just paid the court costs. He's gone to jail, sir. He's gone to jail on a case he wouldn't have had any need to go to jail on.
I really don't know why it was going to be dismissed, but the allegation was that he stole a battery charger.
I think the allegation was from a family member, and so they were on board with a dismissal upon payment of court costs.
And where I completed treatment.
And then, yeah, that's true as well. There was a treatment aspect here that was already handled.
Well, since he hasn't been here for a while, I'd like to see him do a urine screen at the jail.
Can I ask you, sir, we need to expect anything in that sample? If you give a urine screen, is there anything we need to be expecting?
I'll test positive for Sublocade and marijuana.
Do you have a prescription for Sublocade?
Yes, yeah, I get a monthly injection there in Chesapeake. I go there every week.
You say there in Chesapeake. Do you know who your provider is? Who is it?
It's called a new. By CVS.
I don't think they come here. Okay.
What was his name?
Aaron
Wenzel. Wenzel.
And I'd ask the jail to give him a urine screen.
Let's have this recalled, Your Honor.
I'll have it recalled.
State of Ohio versus Craig V. Wysong, case number CRA 25-143, CRB 25-144, and Michael S. Clay is on deck.
Sir, are you Craig Wysong?
Yes, sir.
Mr. Wysong, I'm Judge Capper. This is your arraignment hearing. You have a right to remain silent. You don't have to make any statements. You have a right to have an attorney, to have one appointed if you can't afford one. You have a right to have bail and to make the state of Ohio prove any charge against you beyond a reasonable doubt. You understand those things?
Yes, sir.
You've got two charges: aggravated possession of drugs and domestic violence. The possession charge alleges that on March the 9th in Windsor Township, you knowingly obtained or used methamphetamine, a Schedule II substance. That's a felony to the 5th degree, maximum penalty a year jail, $2,500 fine. Case number 25-144 alleges that at Windsor Township, March the 9th, you knowingly caused or tried to cause physical harm to Amelia Wysong and that she's a member of your family or household. That's a first-degree misdemeanor, maximum penalty 6 months in jail, $1,000 fine. Do you understand these two charges?
Yes, sir.
Do you have the money to hire a lawyer?
No.
Do you have a job?
Yes.
What do you do?
I'm for a food fair.
Okay, are you paid by the hour?
Yeah.
How much per hour?
$14.50.
And you've got children?
Yes, I have 2 children.
Okay, you're eligible for court-appointed counsel then. And Mr. Stratton, I'll appoint you.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Stratton is going to be your lawyer. He's here in the courtroom. What's the state's position on conditions and bond for Mr. Wysong?
Your Honor, with respect to the domestic violence, I was going to see if Amelia Wysong is here. I don't guess she is. We're not opposed to an OR bond, but we would want a condition on Mr. Wysong's agreement to seek some substance abuse counseling in the meantime before we come back to court. And I believe that probably we should have a protection order. We could even maybe try to. Okay. Okay, so we've got a protection order that we would like to have ordered.
Mr. Wysong, do you have someplace to live other than with Amelia?
Yes.
Where would that be?
With my sister Whitney, right here in Ironton, or my mother.
Okay, so for the meantime, at this point, I'm going to urge you not go around, contact Amelia. You can't go to where she is. You can't text her. Can't call her. Can't post anything about her. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. I want to make sure there's no allegations of something else happening while we're out of court. So I'll release you on your promise to do that and on your promise that you'll come to court as ordered or you'll pay a $2,000 penalty for not showing up. It's called a signature bond. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then also, how do you pay for medical services? Do you have you have health insurance or a medical card or what?
Yeah, I have healthcare insurance.
Yeah, so why?
Okay.
Do you want the assessment through?
Well, you think you're going to be staying in Ironton, or you'll be coming to Proctorville, right, to work?
Yeah. It might be better if I stay at my mom's so I can go to work every day.
Where does she live? Where does your mom live?
Markham Terrace.
Okay, no, that's not a good place for you to go.
I can stay at my sister's here and just get to work. I'm really seeking treatment though.
Okay. Well, have you had treatment before?
Yes.
Where?
At Riverside.
How long ago was that?
It's been a few years.
Okay. How was your relationship there?
It was good. I was getting along good.
Gotcha. Well, you want to go back to, it's now called RRS, but it's Riverside. You want to go back there?
Well, is it still just like an outpatient treatment where you just go and, counseling?
I'm going to let them assess you and see what they think.
Oh, good.
I'm not going to tell them you have to do inpatient, but they're going to assess you.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know where their facility is in Chesapeake, you need to go there and get assessment.
Yeah.
We'll have that done before the next court date, Your Honor.
And then you're going to come back to court and I'm going to get reports as to what you're doing on your treatment.
Yes, sir.
So you got to go right away.
Yes, sir.
When do you want to come back?
A couple weeks, Your Honor. We'll wait on the
24th?
time issues.
Yeah, you know where the court is in Chesapeake.
Yes, sir.
You got to be here 2 weeks from today, March 24th. You got to be here with a good report from RRS that you started, you got your assessment, and if they set up treatment for you, that you have started and are doing what you're supposed to. You got to stay away from Amelia.
Hey.
You understand all that?
Yes, sir.
And so that's going to be at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. on the 24th of March. And I'm going to let you sign a signature bond of $2,000.
I'll come down there and talk to him.
Do you want to, okay, you can get contact information.
I'll call.
All right, the lawyer's going to call, since we're finished here, he's going to call and talk to you at the jail, get your contact information.
State of Ohio versus Michael Clay at the Lawrence County Jail on the recall, case number CRB 2010-23, CRB 18-796, CRB 18-251.
Your Honor, the alleged victim is here.
Now, I did on Mr. Clay, I got a text from Michael Kwan saying that Michael Clay entered treatment there at Southern Hope on May 8th, and he left against his advice on May 11th, instead of 3 days. That was in 2023.
I'm going to caution you against commenting at this time, sir. It's your right to comment, but you also have a right to remain silent. That's the more valuable right.
I'm sending you both what I got from Michael Pond.
Your Honor, Ms. Andrea Napier is here. She's the alleged victim on both of these, and she's filled me in a little bit. They have a 27-year relationship, and they have 4 children together. And so they have ongoing connection, and she reports that Mr. Clay is not doing well at all. He has a bad drug problem, and it hinders her ability to help to raise the children or take care of the family or whatever the circumstances are. So we are interested in going forward with this, and particularly we would want him to, he's been, it looks to me like he might have been here before the court in June of 23, briefly.
Yeah, he was ordered to go to Southern Hope May of 23, and he stayed 3 days.
So
against advice.
We would want him to get back into treatment and be successful in that. And under those circumstances, then I think we would be willing, if he's successful, to dismiss the charges at a later date. Or we want a sizable bond today, and we would prepare to have a trial on these.
Southern Hope is here and has indicated they're willing to give him another shot if he's willing to go. Are you willing to go, sir?
For that, I think that, I mean, I'm gonna have to check in because I have other things that need to get took care of before I do it.
If you,
My truck was totaled where the officer had me to park it this weekend. I got arrested, so they hit it, totaled my truck.
I think what I'm hearing is that if you're willing to post up. Sounds like he's willing, Your Honor.
That's all she ever wanted. Andrew Napier, that's all she ever wants, is me to be locked up in rehab or some.
Sir, I'm going to caution you that you're not helping yourself.
Okay.
I think maybe we're not ready.
Right.
I'm
ready.
I'm
always.
I'm here Friday, Your Honor.
I'm going to set bond at $5,000 cash or surety and set it for a hearing on Friday, March 14th.
I'm ready to go to rehab.
I'm going to ask that if he remains in custody, that Southern Hope maybe does an assessment so that we have a more solid answer on where things are on Monday, on Friday. I'm sorry.
We'll do an assessment in a bed hole.
Thank you.
I'll go today.
Sir, I don't think you're being given that option at this point. I think, well, I take that back. If you pay the $5,000 cash surety bond and then take yourself and check yourself in, and you're here on Friday with them, I think that would probably look pretty good for the court, Mr. Heald. But it's a $5,000 cash or surety bond. You can also use a bondsman. Probably cost you about $600 would be my guess.
I ain't got that.
Well, then we'll deal with this Friday, sir.
State of Ohio versus Andrew Curry, the Lawrence County Jail. Case number CRA 23464, APC, CRD 23463, CRD 23291, CRD 2361.
It's Old Homes Day.
351. This was just named in jail.
Mr. Curry had been scheduled to be here on the 14th of February.
Yes.
Alleged not to have appeared.
How do you want to proceed?
Your Honor, on Friday the 31st, I got a text message purporting to be from Andrew Curry stating that he needed a continuance of 2 weeks because he was in Tennessee building a house. I responded to that text that I would seek a continuance and that I got a continuance. Now here we are. I don't have my file. I don't assume the state has their file handy, but I assume it's not disappeared into the archives with its recency. So I don't know if there's anything we can do today on this. So I honestly, I'm at a loss, Your Honor. I'm here Friday, I'm here Monday.
I'm going to set it for Monday, March 17th.
Would a bond be possible, Your Honor?
I'll set bond at $10,000, cash assured, cover everything.
Thank you.
Next hearings are going to be March 17th.
State of Ohio recalls Craig Wysong at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 25-143, CRB 25-144.
Sean, yes.
James Gibson.
Yeah. All right, we can handle this without Mr. Wysong, I think.
All right.
We need to recall him. Just some conditions of the bond.
Your Honor, we do have one other case to recall the jail.
Okay.
State of Ohio versus Timothy Sanders. Case number CRA 25-84. That's the one that's...
All right, Timothy Sanders. Is Mr. Delauder representing you?
Yes.
Well, I don't think he's here today. Yes. Have you heard anything from Mr. Delauder, Mr. Field?
Have not, Your Honor.
Yeah. They tell you what's going on. I just gotta go RSS tomorrow. Yeah.
Okay. Why don't you just have a seat? I'll reach out to Mr. Delauder. He's the one that asked for the continuance today. He's not here, so I don't know why. We'll see if we can get a response.
State of Ohio versus Angel Garul or Garulik, case number CRA 24616. Mr. Stratton's case.
All right, all right. Your Honor, if we could just reset this one more time.
Okay, do you have a preference?
Up to the prosecutor.
Your Honor, the issue for the state is that we want to make sure that we've got appropriate charge, actually charged at this time. It may not be a burglary, might be a criminal trespass, but I want to run that by and make sure that the victims would understand what my reasoning is. We don't want to just take it to the grand jury. We'd rather give Mr. Garul the benefit of at least our consideration here.
Your Honor,
Mr. Sanders?
we're under the, I think we're in agreement that this might not be grand jury worthy. That at the very most, it's a misdemeanor, even if that. So we just ask to be reset.
24th?
Yes.
March 24th for 20 a.m.
Okay? All right, we're good to go.
Appreciate it.
State of Ohio versus Virginia M. McGlone, case number CRA 24498, A and B.
Your Honor, she was assessed last week for services. She will be doing 5 and 2. I think her first group is today.
Okay. You seen the results of the screen?
I have
Yes.
not.
Okay.
Prescription.
Just disagree.
Yeah, one should be covered by this. I quit my MATs.
Yeah, I believe those are prescriptions she has, Your Honor.
April 7th.
April 7th.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Next hearing is April 7th.
Done. Okay.
State of Ohio versus Denise K. Sexton, case number CRB 24538.
Did she leave?
No.
Order? Okay. Okay. You blew it up. Your screen. I'm talking
Yeah, I
about.
know. We recently just had a house fire on Monday, and we lost everything. That's the reason I had a slip up. I mean, I can guarantee that I'm not gonna have any more slip ups. We lost everything we own, and then some.
Who's we?
My husband and 3 relatives. We were at home in Burlington. But I'm actively doing my Thrive. I just meet with her weekly.
She's here. Where's one?
I think
here?
she's outside talking to my
Well, that's
my
not
peer
what
support.
She sent me in her text.
Stevie was just here, and I think she left. And then, I have an appointment with OVP next week. Because we had a issue connecting on our last one.
Well, let's,
And I have money on my fines.
take this screen, give it to Brianna, will you all powwow and come back and decide? It looks to me like on the face of it, you need inpatient.
Could you give me?
Go talk to her, then we'll recall you. You're testing for just about everything under the sun.
State of Ohio recalls Aaron E. Wenzel at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRB 2427.
Okay, it's perfect.
Yeah.
Aaron Winslow.
I did speak with him, he is compliant with services, and he does take this shot.
Okay.
So, then again, Your Honor, I'm gonna recapitulate my position, which is that he's been in jail for 2 days, which seems an appropriate penalty for his failure to appear.
And he's not gonna be going to Florida today, then, Lloyd?
Well, probably not, but he does say he thinks he can get the court costs paid. Now, I don't know what the exact amount is, because I'm assuming there's gonna be an added, warrant fee, there may be sheriff's fee since he's been in custody. But that he believes he can get them paid this week. If his OR bond was reinstated and we had another date back, I think he's hopefully learned not to blow off court. That's all I can say.
That all sounds okay to me.
Okay. All right, I'm reinstating your signature bonds you had before.
Okay.
And I'm finding you in contempt for not coming to court when you were ordered to previously. And that got you 2 days in jail. And apparently, where are you flying out of supposedly?
Columbus. Supposed to leave out of Columbus, yeah.
At 2 o'clock? I don't think they're gonna make it.
No, that seems unlikely.
Yeah, I know.
Well, Your Honor, when would you think it's appropriate to come back?
Sometime 1st of April.
Okay, I am early April.
Not the 4th, so sometime after.
I'm here the 7th now. It's the day we set something else because I've got a trial scheduled. I don't think it's going to happen.
Okay, Mr. Wenzel, you've got to be in court April the 7th. That's the first Monday of April. No excuses. Do you understand me?
Yes, sir.
If looks like there's going to be a problem the day before, start walking.
Yeah, I'll definitely be there. I'll make sure I'm there.
Thank you.
April the 7th, 10 o'clock, is your next hearing.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
Maintain compliance with treatment.
Yes, sir. I go there weekly and then get my injection monthly.
Thank you.
Thank you.
State of Ohio recalls Craig Weissong at the Lawrence County Jail, case number CRA 25143, CRB 25144.
Okay, this was, he had some issues. Oh, she's here.
Yeah, I didn't know I was supposed to be here.
Well, you don't have to be, but now that you're here, we can get some input from you.
He's not a violent person, he's only violent when he's on drugs, so he just needs help with that part, but I think if he was like out at his sister's or somewhere else, it would be worse. It's better at home. He's better at home.
You don't want a protection?
No.
And you're Amelia?
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to not issue a protection order, Mr. Weissong. I will order that you not consume any illegal substances.
I can't hear.
I'm ordering you released on a signature bond to get a treatment, but I'm also ordering you you're not to take alcohol or any other illegal substance while you're out on bond.
He has a prescription for,
Well, that's legal.
okay.
You can't take any illegals, nothing off the street or alcohol.
Yes, sir.
That's gonna be a condition of your bond, and you're gonna go to RRS and get it assessed and start treatment there in Chesapeake.
He has her phone number to call, so.
Do you need his phone number?
I've got his phone number.
Okay.
Yep.
And then you're gonna be back here in this court on Monday, March 24th, 2 weeks from today. Do you understand all that?
Yeah.
Any questions?
Ooh,
I'm sorry?
I couldn't really hear, I'm sorry.
I think Eric.
Well, I don't know why. Do you have a hearing problem?
No, there's somebody talking right
Okay.
here in this room.
Your Honor, I will call down there and make sure he is.
All right, your lawyer's gonna call and go over it with you again. Your wife was here, she heard what I said. You got 2 weeks, you gotta get the treatment. You gotta be in court in 2 weeks. No consuming any drugs or alcohol while, other than your prescribed medications.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Okay.
As far as I know, I think we're finished, so I was kind of good.
Okay. We'll sign off.
We already did it, sir.
Yeah.
State of Ohio versus Billy E. McKenzie, case number CRA 497 A and B.
It's Mr. Steyer's case.
And Your Honor, Mr. McKenzie is a co-defendant to Ms. McGlone, who was called earlier. I was outside the courtroom when she was called, so I didn't have him called at the same time. But we'll want to set this for the same date if we can, Your Honor.
Okay. Looks like he's doing what he's supposed to, treatment.
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah. Do we want to keep those the same date?
I think we do. That's what we've been doing so far, is trying to keep these on at the same
April
time.
7th is when I said that.
Don't leave. We can talk to you in case I need this stuff out, please.
Is that a good date for you?
It is, Your Honor. That's the date we set. Again, I have a jury trial scheduled, but I don't believe it's going to go forward.
Okay, next hearing is April 7th.
So I don't want to hold that day off if I don't have to.
Okay.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Alan Ray Flemings, case number CRA 25112 and TRD 1914 A and B. Your Honor, he has been picked up by West Virginia.
Okay, Alan Flemings was an extradition, the case will be, we'll dismiss it. Yeah, I see that. No offers. It's just dismiss it, since he's going to West Virginia. So we don't have to deal with it. It's Wayne County Circuit Court. Okay, both matters are dismissed.
State of Ohio versus Sean Owens, case number TRD 171710 A and B.
Okay, this is one Mr. Sowers texted me about. Yes. 17-10. He's in Boyd County Jail. He was transferred to Graham County on February 19th. paid his fine, he just didn't do his community service. It looks like he's gonna be going to prison in Kentucky, so I'm gonna dismiss him. I'll let Mr. Sowers know.
I know it's basically a failure to hear the truth, we don't even send such a, do this case.
I've got that he was sent, he paid $460. Are you not showing the sentence on? I'm showing this one paid $460 total.
He owes $200. City and cooking warranties. So warrant issued 121. The warrant 1115, so those are warranties.
Okay, just, I guess take these out and dismiss it. He did everything but his community service. It looks like he's going to Kentucky for a while.
Already? You're not ready? They're not ready. Can they be gone? Yeah. Yeah, you can be gone.
State of Ohio recalls James Gibson, case number CRB 2518, GRC 2533A and B.
Okay, we're going to do urine screen. Oh, okay. From the state, see what their OSP results were.
And the results are not back. And really, I would have expected them by now because this was January 1st.
Okay. What's our time frame?
Well, there have been, the original 90 days would have been February 28th, but there was a...
Well, February the 18th, I got a note that the defendant didn't appear due to car trouble.
Yeah.
That time doesn't run. So,
right, and also, I believe, well, I don't have any continuance entries in the file, but be coming up pretty soon.
there's some waivers, it looks like.
Well, he came to court without a lawyer too, and it was continued for him to seek counsel. I believe that is tolls the time as well.
Okay. Mr. Morford, do you have a position on when the time frame would run?
Judge, I don't. I haven't looked at it, to be honest with you.
I would be able to at least offer an opinion if I were able to study it a little bit. In the meantime, I was really surprised that the results weren't back yet. Of course, that's, let's see, did I make a mistake on the time? It was January 1st.
It's right at 10 weeks now, starting the 10th week. It used to be kind of when we would get them, about 10 weeks.
Well, yeah, the time hadn't run yet because it was January 1st, so that put it into March. January, February, March, the end of, well, maybe that's right, the end of February. Anyway, we'd ask to come back this, maybe next week.
Mr. Morgan.
We're good with that, Judge.
Yeah, March 17th will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Good to go.
See you then.
State of Ohio versus Jaron R. Edgington, case number TRC 231190.
This was set for review hearing a week ago, and it looks like you weren't here then.
I called as soon as you guys opened because I had spent all day with my grandpa who I live with, and he came back and had COVID when he got back, and I called them and I was like, I was with them all day, so I don't know how that would work if you guys want me to still come, and she was like, well, you can't really come.
I think I remember that now. Did you get COVID?
I stayed home like the first 2 days. I had to call off work, but then I didn't.
Okay. You've done the dip school, you still have some community service to do, and fines to pay.
I can pay my fines off today,
Okay.
and I got, to where I work 5 12-hour shifts a week. I do like 24-hour health care for mentally handicapped people, so I got a couple of days off. I just have to know like what days I'd have to come here, because I'd rather do it here than.
You can do it any day but Sunday
And
here.
I have, when I had community service in Portsmouth, they let me like pay it out. Do you guys do that here, like pay your hours off? Okay, I didn't know that.
We're not that desperate for money yet. We may get to that point.
It means Portsmouth's desperate.
Do you live in Sauter County?
Yeah, but I just moved to Williamsburg, but I don't know if that's still Sauter County.
Oh, yeah, it is,
Oh.
definitely. Isn't it, Mr. Sherman?
It is.
Okay, well, get your community service done, pay off your fine. What about, you did do the 3-day school, so that's done, so that's all you got left.
I'd prefer to have one like kind of soon, probably like within a week or two. I think I have 4 days left. I could get that done.
Okay, well, I'm gonna give you a month, and then if you get it done, you don't have to come back.
Okay.
So let's set it for April the 11th, so it's a Friday of the month, and if you get everything finished, if you have a question about whether you finished, talk to your probation officer or Mr. Cooper over at Community Service, and they can verify. But I'm showing you have $205 and 4 days community service is what you've got left.
Okay.
Any questions? Okay, that's all.
Thank you.
Go see the clerk.
State of Ohio versus Chad Beckett, case number CRB 091121.
All right, this is a really old case. This was you missed a review hearing back in May of 2010.
Yes.
And did you get arrested on warrant, or you just decided to come in?
Well, I've actually, I believe I was incarcerated at the time, back in 2010, but I'd forgotten about it and not even thought about it again until, I'm actually trying to get a job. I'm getting ready to start CDL school, and I've got a job waiting for me at Avalon. And I've got to get this addressed before I can even move forward. I've got, I'm ready to pay fines today, or whatever else I need to do to get it taken care of, but, yeah.
Okay, I'm showing your total is 225, and you've got 5 days community service to do.
Okay, is there a way I can do community service in West Virginia somehow, or?
Where do you live?
I'm getting ready to move to Wheeling, because that's where the CDL school is, so.
Yep, you can do it there. If you're not in the tri-state, I'll let you do it where you live.
Cool, okay.
For a legitimate charitable organization.
Okay, cool. So,
Something on their letterhead saying this is how many hours you've got.
would you have like a list of like places like that so I would know?
Well, if you have a question about something, you can call and talk to your probation officer. Say, will you approve this place?
Okay.
Like the Salvation Army, Goodwill, something like that, we're going to automatically approve.
Okay, cool.
Okay? I'll withdraw the warrant, so that should help you right here. The warrant's going to be withdrawn.
Cool.
So that's not going to show up when they run your name. And I'm going to give you another review hearing date. If you get everything finished, then you don't have to come back.
Okay, cool.
I'll make it April 25th, so that gives you almost 2 months.
All right, good. Thank you.
So April 25th is your next review, 9 a.m., get it done. If for some reason if you make a good faith effort, and you're still a little bit short, I'll let you appear by teleconference rather than drive from Wheeling in here.
That'd be great. Thank you.
Okay. Just don't blow it off, because then I have to issue a warrant for you.
I understand.
Okay, go see the clerks to the right, they are on their times.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Taylor Bryan, case number CRB 23-112, CRB 20-112.
All right, Taylor Bryan, okay, she's actually on the docket for a review today. She's at RRS. And how's she doing?
She's one that's already been called up, passed a letter off to you. Remember, you gave her 7 days to appear back in here. So you already have a letter for her up there.
Okay, March 7th, I did. Okay, was there some mix up this morning or something about her coming in or what?
Yeah, our road, one of the roads that we take to get here, it was closed, so we had to like go way around and it made us late.
Okay. Okay, I think maybe we need to do it over screen today.
Yeah, I have to call every day and they tell me a caller and then I go screen for them.
Well, but you had a screen on the 7th that wasn't,
I mean, I'll screen today.
as I'm reading it, you had positive for methamphetamine, didn't you, on the 7th?
Yeah, but they say it's still coming out, like it shows like levels. Right, when they send it out.
From January, you've been there since January 23rd.
That was.
Okay, let's go do the screen. Go do the screen for me. Okay. Yeah, he said we start with Mr. Steyer.
I'm here, Your Honor.
Mr. DeWater says you were going to stand up for Mr. Sanders, yes? Okay. We can do that next.
State of Ohio versus Timothy Sanders, case number CRA 2584.
And Your Honor, Mr. Sanders is in detox currently at TCC. I've confirmed that he is compliant, and the plan is that tomorrow he's going to be transferred to inpatient care at RRS, and I've confirmed with them that they're ready to take him.
Okay.
So I believe that's really all we were here for today, was to check on those things. We were going to let him get a little bit of time and treatment under his belt and then come back. And Mr. DeWater says he'd like to come back if we could, either on the 17th or on any Monday in April.
Let's go into April. The 7th, April 7th. Okay.
Thank you, Your Honor.
7th will be your next hearing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
10
10 o'clock, April 7th.
And RRS will get you here.
State of Ohio versus James Helton, case number CRB 23111.
Mr. Morford's case. Well, it's actually a review. It was a review this morning. And he's at RRS also. All right, I want Mr. Helton to do a screen also, the urine screen check. Go do your urine screen, we'll have you back after you do it.
Thanks, Judge.
State of Ohio versus Chad Campbell, case number CRB 22-814, TRC 22-2782, A and B, set for sentencing, Your Honor. Chad Campbell.
Chad Campbell.
Oh.
Well, it may be finished. Does have a bond though.
See any fines or costs due, Your Honor?
I'm sorry.
I don't see any fines or costs due. I'm not sure about.
He looks like he finished his community service. Okay, and he did do the 3-day school. Okay, so this case is completed. Case completed.
State of Ohio versus Heidi R. Taylor, case number CRB 2485.
Bless you. Okay. Well, I'm going to continue this case until the letter, as I understand, she interviewed today and told, the note I have is she told the deputy that interviewed her that she was unaware of any letter being submitted.
It was sent into my box, Your Honor.
Okay. Was it mailed or how was it?
I'm assuming, yes, there was a mailing address on it.
Okay, well, we need to keep that. I'm not gonna complete your case until this investigation, you're under investigation due to that letter.
Okay.
So I'll put it out another month. April the 14th will be the next hearing for sentencing.
At what time? I'm
10
sorry.
o'clock.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Carrie Beth McCoy, case number CRB 24227.
Mr. Morford's case, set for pre-trial. She's inpatient at the fifth. Okay, good report.
She's doing well.
Very good. What's your schedule on April, Mr. Morford? Mid-April.
How's the 14th look to you?
It's fine. April 14 will be the next hearing, 10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You are.
Thank you.
State of Ohio versus Michael Poe, case number CRV 25-1.
And we're sentencing today, and I think it might have been continued because we couldn't couldn't get the urine, make the urine swab, couldn't get urine marks on my thing. If I recall correctly, he wasn't able to produce.
You were here last week, different my urine sample.
I did already screen.
Today? Yeah. Okay. He's done one today, Phil.
Okay.
He's done a urine screen today, Judge. If you'll recall, last time he was not able to produce.
He testifies for alcohol in Beaufort, Oregon.
Yeah.
I'm going to assume that you're not supposed to drink alcohol when you're taking this box.
They test my levels, and it's the only thing I do. And they allow me like 3 days a month to, that's the agreement we got to work out with the doctor. And
How do you want to proceed?
I only had 2 beers last night at dinner.
We can go ahead and sentence if you feel it's time, Judge.
Okay. It's the state's position on it.
Your Honor, this was a misdemeanor theft charge from proof on the suit, and there was no restitution that would be due. So we would ask for a suspended jail sentence and some community service and a fine, which we would leave all the particulars up to them.
Mr. Poe, anything you wish to say?
I'm sorry, it was just an accident. I didn't mean to, but I'm just ready to get it over with.
Mr. Morton?
I have nothing to add, Judge.
$100 fine, court costs, 30 days in jail suspended, 5 days community service, 2 years of probation, stay out of free pharmacy.
Yes, sir.
And your first review is September 2nd. If you get everything finished by then, you don't have to come back, and that'll be well before 2 years before probation. 9 o'clock on September 2nd, get it done. You don't have to come in for that hearing.
Okay, thank you, Your Honor.
Go see Mr. Major in the probation office though before you leave. You got to check in.
Mr. Baker?
Major.
Major, okay.
Major.
Hearing is
Mr.
terrible.
Cooper will show you where to go.
That's who I did the screen with. I know who he is.
Yeah.
Thank you, Your Honor. Is
You're
that
welcome.
all?
Yes, sir.
Thank you, Judge.
State of Ohio recalls Taylor Bryan, case number CRV 23-112.
Do you have a prescription for anything?
Huh?
Do you have any prescriptions?
Yeah, the Subutex, which is buprenorphine. And the amphetamine, that's like, I guess that's the meth working its way out.
I don't know about that.
I mean, that's what I was told. That's because, I mean, they both pop up whenever you fell for meth. Most of the time you fell for amphetamine. But like when the meth's working its way out, I guess it pops up as amphetamine.
All right, I want to share this with the RRS so they can see. Continue on with your counseling there. And I'll set your next review hearing for April the 11th. 9 o'clock. She tested positive for amphetamine. April 11th, your next hearing.
Great, thank you.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Roger Frizzell, case number TRD 2549 A and B, TRC 24782 A, B, and C.
Mr. Stratton's case.
Hey, Roger. So what are you going up to? How's everything going? Your Honor, we had, this is sentencing on the OVI case, and then pretrial and then driving under suspension.
And he had been going to the VA, I believe. Is that right?
Oh, VA. Yeah.
I completed a 45-day program.
Okay.
You should have that letter from last time, Your Honor, or a certificate of completion.
Yeah, I have a summary.
Okay. So all I think we need to do is resolve the driving under suspension and then do sentencing on it.
So he's already pled guilty, it looks like.
On the OVI.
Not on the US?
Right.
Okay. How do you want to proceed on that?
So we'll go ahead and plead guilty on the US.
Is that correct?
Is that
Plead
correct?
guilty?
Yes, sir.
You have a right to make a statement. Do you have anything you want to say?
No, Your Honor.
Why don't you get your local license back?
Points, I guess. I really haven't checked into it. I just thought it wasn't a possibility.
I think you probably could get it back now. So
That would be wonderful.
I don't know, there may be other things that because I'm only seeing the things from this court. So.
That's all I got.
Okay.
Yeah.
You should contact the DMV. In fact, you can go, you got a West Virginia license, don't you?
No, it's Ohio.
Oh,
I just moved to West Virginia a year and a half ago.
Well, you're gonna have to get the Ohio part taken care of and then get a license in West. You're supposed to, if you live more than 30 days in another state, you're supposed to get a license here.
I did not know that.
Yeah, you're not supposed to have an Ohio license if you're living in West Virginia. You're supposed to get a West Virginia license. But they're probably not gonna let you get one if you're still suspended in Ohio. You may not be. Anyway, you need to do some work on it. So I guess you could start with the West Virginia DMV and see if they'll let you get a license.
Yeah. Yeah. Go. See,
If they don't say anything, then just go ahead and get your license. If they say, no, Ohio's got a holder, then you're gonna have to take care of whatever Ohio's got.
All right.
I think your suspension should be up in Ohio. From the OVI.
I will check into that first
But you'll
thing.
have there'll be a reinstatement fee, so. Should be that you won't be able to get the West Virginia license. But sometimes, they're supposed to share information, sometimes
They don't.
stuff happens and it doesn't get on your record, so.
So go to West
Sure.
Virginia first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Did you have insurance when you got this last ticket?
No.
Oh, okay. Was it your vehicle or somebody else's?
Somebody else's?
Did they have insurance?
No.
You sure of that?
Yes.
Okay. Well, that could lead to a problem. I don't know how Ohio will handle that, but since you're still shown as an Ohio driver, probably gonna be another suspension over that. Okay, for driving without proof of insurance. Okay, so on the driving under suspension, I'll impose a $150 fine, order you to pay the court costs. I'll give you 2 days of community service, 5 days of jail suspended, 2 days of community service. Yeah, turn signal violation, I'll impose a $20 fine on that. We'll set review hearings for everything on the same day. And so you got the other one, let's make it in May. So review hearing on both will be May 16th, a couple months. 9 o'clock, you'll need to meet with Mr. Major in probation before you leave today.
Okay, May 16th.
Thank you.
All right.
State of
Thank you,
Ohio
Your
recalls James Helton, case number CRB 23111.
Your Honor, if I may, he left, I believe. Miss Ryan said her car was on the parking lot.
Okay. We'll issue a warrant claim, but failure to give a urine screen for leaving.
State of Ohio versus David C. Atkins, case number TRC 242478, A and B.
Set for sentencing.
This is just what I've completed the OVI files, or the DIP, this is what I did. Yeah, those are the originals. They should have faxed one of the DIP class. Thank you. And my counselor is putting in the request for graduation on the 15th, which will still have to be voted on and all that, but.
May I approach, Your Honor?
Yes. Okay, so Mr. Atkins had pled guilty previously, delayed sentencing, and he's been doing some counseling since then. So I think we can go ahead and do so. This would actually be a first offense, but it's a high test score.
Thank you.
He had a prior, but it's back in 1999. State take any position on the sentencing?
Well, Your Honor, it was a high score, first offense, but he's apparently done very well in treatment and done everything else that was expected of him. I don't know if he's, I guess he's close to completion, is that the deal?
He is close to graduation. He'll submit his certificate this month. So it'll be next month when he graduates.
So, assuming that he completes the treatment, which I have no reason to believe he won't, we would ask that the mandatory 3 days in jail that would be required on the high score would be, that the court would not impose that, considering that he's completed his treatment.
Okay, anything you want to say, Mr. Atkins?
No, sir. I just appreciate everything you all have done for me. Appreciate it.
Okay. I'm going to go ahead and impose a $600 fine because it was a pretty high test score, and that's usually what I do. The higher you test, the higher I make the fine. Or you pay the court costs. 6-month license suspension starting the day of the incident, December 1st, 20 days in jail, all suspended. 5 days community service, going to delete the requirement to go to the driver intervention program since he's done more extensive counseling than that. I will require you to do 30 hours of community service. 2 years of level 5 probation. On the failure to control will be a $20 fine. I'll set your review hearing for September 2nd for this year, 9 o'clock. You'll need to see Mr. Major in the probation office before you leave.
At what time, Your Honor? I'm sorry.
9 o'clock.
9 o'clock, September 2nd.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you very much, Your Honor. Appreciate it.
State of Ohio versus IBM James, case number CRB 25-125.
Ms. James is set for sentencing today. She's been in the counseling center.
Yes.
Okay. Do you not have an attorney? Well, let's see what he's going to say real quick, because honestly, I don't think you need to think about your attorney here or somebody representing you. Okay. Yeah, don't freak out. It's all good.
Okay. She had pled guilty at the arraignment, but I think maybe under the circumstances, I see that you need a lawyer.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm going to appoint Mr. Stratton to represent you.
Okay, thank you.
So, yeah, I see where there's a recommendation that perhaps you go to a higher level care. So I take it, is there any facilities that are being recommended, or?
I think when they say 3-5, they mean our Burgess facility, Your Honor.
Okay, so it can be handled at the counseling center?
Absolutely.
Do you want to talk with her and look at the court's file?
Yeah, I'm clueless as to what's going on.
Right. Okay, so we'll recall this after you had a chance to talk with her, and Mr. Tarvin can be a source of information for you too.
State of Ohio recalls Denise K. Sexton, case number CRB 24-538.
Okay, this is a recall after a urine screen and counseling for having a powwow about what to do with Ms. Sexton with OVC and Thrive.
So we are recommending inpatient treatment at OVP. She has been accepted. She doesn't feel too great about it, but she says she's willing to go.
And you're testing positive for fentanyl, that's really, you tested for a lot of other stuff, but the fentanyl is what's really dangerous. So you need to get a handle on it. You have, what's your home situation?
Well, we had a home, like I told you earlier, we had a house fire, we lost our home, everything in it. But we do have a mobile home out back.
Who's we?
My husband and me, and then 2 of my relatives.
Do you have any kids?
No, I have pets for my children. But.
Okay. Well, this takes care of your housing issue. If you get an OVP, you're going to have housing.
Kim's gonna help her too once she gets out of OVP.
Okay.
But I have a job. That's the biggest thing.
Where?
For Wise Medical.
Where?
Wise Medical.
Wise Medical? Where's that?
It's right over here in South Point.
Is this like sitting with someone?
Home health care, yeah. And my paperwork's due today. And
well, I think if they saw this screen, they're not going to hire you, are they?
I mean,
I don't think so. This is This is one of the worst screens I've had for a while. So we need to make that a priority, that you're going to address what's going on with your substance use issues. Okay, I'm going to order you into inpatient. Let's come back probably in a week. I'll see you in a week, see what's going on.
Should I go today?
Sorry?
If I go today?
Yeah, go today. March 17th is going to be your next hearing.
That's a review hearing, Your Honor.
Yes. 9 o'clock. Okay, that's all.
Thank you, Your Honor.
State of Ohio versus Clarence Mayhem, case number TRD 25-207 A and B.
All right, Mr. Mahan is here. You've been working on getting your license?
Yes. I went ahead and sent in the forgiveness and everything on that, and I've not heard nothing back yet from the state of Ohio.
Okay, you want more time then to try to get it?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Mondays or Fridays, does it matter which day you come back?
It doesn't matter.
April 14th, that's a Monday.
Okay.
April 14th, 10 o'clock for sentencing.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
State of Ohio versus Crystal McMillan, case number CRB 16688. Crystal McMillan.
This is on the sentencing docket. She has a bond up. Not here. Notify Mr. Sowers. Set bond forfeiture for 31st.
State of Ohio versus Donald J. Wilson Jr., case number TRC 072723.
All right, and Mr. Wilson's paying on his fines. He just paid today. It's April 14th.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Sentencing, 10 o'clock, April 14th.
State of Ohio versus Shelby M. Person Jr. This is set for trial today. Case number CRB 2579.
This is set for trial. It's dog training at large.
Your Honor, if it please the court, I reviewed the evidence in the form of video from the school where this occurred, and I also spoke with Deputy Mullins about this. And the dog in question here is, I think it's like a Labradoodle or something. And the video, it's not a menacing type situation. It's a dog that's loose and running around and enjoying itself. there was a young special needs child that was there. The dog didn't attack the child or anything, but apparently the child was startled by the dog. So there is some seriousness to this. And it's also my understanding that this is not the first time that this dog has gotten loose and gotten over there in the school grounds. It's my understanding that maybe there's another resident at Mr. Person's residence that maybe has let the dog out. What we want is for the dog to stop getting out.
Yeah, we're actually moving, so it won't be an issue here on out. That's why I was kind of adamant with the officer, like, he's registered, we've done training. I teach gymnastics 6 days a week. He goes to work with me at least 4 of those days a week. He's good around kids, you know, he's used to them pulling on him, being around him, all kinds of stuff.
So what we're willing to do is if there are no further problems in the next 90 days, then we'll dismiss the charges.
Is that agreeable with you, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll put it on the docket for June the 9th. I'll set it as a pretrial of 10 o'clock. If there's been no further problems, it'll be dismissed then. You don't have to appear. If there's been problems, then you need to show up.
Okay.
And I think we'll need to get a time waiver on that too, Your Honor.
Okay. You have a right to make them try the case sooner than that if you want, but if you want it to be dismissed, you got to agree that you're giving up your speedy trial rights. Do you understand that?
Yes.
Okay. He's got something for you to sign with regard to that.
Is there anything else I need to do?
It's all neat, right?
Yes.
Thank you.
I'm going to call this Burke guy. Apparently he was indicted. Do you have a case that we want him to show up?
I didn't hear you.
This Burke guy that I put in the back, he has
Thomas Burton
he has an indictment. He was never served. So I don't know if you want to serve him or if you want me to order him to appear in court, hold him. You might want to look it up to see what it's showing.
Thomas M. Burton III.
Not yet. Let's let him look it up first. Okay.
State of Ohio recall Ivy James, case number CRB 25-125.
Mr. Stratton is now counsel for Ms. James.
Yeah, Your Honor. At this time, we'll withdraw our guilty plea from the last time. She's going to stay at TCC. I'll let him explain more about exactly the steps that are going to take place.
Yeah, so ultimately, the goal right now is just to stabilize, get her stabilized on her medications to a point where we can send her to our Bridges 3-5, and then hopefully get her into our 2-5 residential. They're just having some difficulties right now.
Okay. So, when do we need to come back?
Probably just a couple of weeks, Your Honor, just to make sure. 24th, yeah, that'll work.
Okay, next hearing is March 24th, and I'll set it as a pretrial.
What time?
10 o'clock.
Thank you, Your Honor.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Yes,
Yes.
the 24th.
24th.
Yeah, approved.
Find anything?
I just wanted to make a note of that because he was looking that up. Thank you.
First, that's
Okay.
Try anything on Burton?
Yeah, he was summoned and it was returned unable to forward. So it doesn't look like there's a warrant.
What was the charge?
Fifth degree possession and fourth degree possession. So, I mean, yeah, we would serve the summons at this point. So I don't know how easily we can get that done right now.
Sheriff's office, someone in the court's going to reissue something like or something.
Yeah. We'll have to go through our office in Ironton and ask for summons to be reissued.
You want to do it today, or what do you want to deal with?
Well, we'll try. I mean, even if we just told him that there's he's got charges he needs to get in there, I don't know if that would be enough for him or not. I guess considering the fact that you've put him in jail today, and I don't really know why that happened, but it couldn't have been good.
Well, he had 2 misdemeanor convictions, and he hadn't done anything for, 3 years? So, put him in the back. And, well, if you think we can wait. I mean, I'm going to be here for a while anyway. Going to get a summons together, have him served with it.
I don't know if we can do that. See, it's at a common police court. So why don't we get hold of Jackie? We can try to.
Yeah, okay. See what you can do. We'll just hold him back there. Take a recess. Court's in recess.